I should be throwing the bash. I need a woman who will treat me right. I need a woman who love to squeeze me tight. I need a woman. I need a woman tonight. I need a woman I can call my own. She got the love the blues and she'll buy me home. She'll tie me up at night and make me say when the sun comes up we'll do it all again. I need a woman who love to squeeze me tight. I need a woman who wanna treat me right. I need a woman. I need a woman tonight. Well, my days are numbered and I'll tell you why. All the pretty girls keep walking on by, looking and smiling and winking to me. I got a woman who won't let me be. I need a woman who will squeeze me tight. I need a woman who will treat me right. I need a woman tonight. I need a woman, yeah, I need a woman. Looking for a woman, yeah, got to have a woman. Oh, I need a woman tonight. Every time you start to speak, your words just fade away. Every time you take a step, you walk the other way. No, I'm trying to be good. Why don't you treat me that way? You're walking and you're talking, giving me the blues every day. Told me that you love me, it's just the other day. I knew that you were lying, but there was nothing I could say. No, I'm trying to be good. Why don't you treat me that way? Yeah, you're walking and you're talking, giving me the blues every day. Well, you threw your arms around me, we were walking down the street. Then I saw you winking right every single guy we meet. You know I'm trying to be good. Why don't you treat me that way? Hey, you're walking and you're talking, giving me the blues every day. Trash and stock arrangements, paying our dues, scraping for corn and rock good blues. Band is kicking, playing it tight, all getting high till the morning light. Wielding my axe all night long, selling my soul for the price of a song. Any inspiration comes my way, fades like a dream by the break of day. Working my way throughout the night, moving through the shadows and ducking the light. Hardball lights grow low, screaming out the high notes, losing control. Moving through the shadows late Friday night, guitar burning, holding back the light. Playboys and gals changing back in the suits, ducking the light, a last pull from a hooch, cleaning the streets, hosing the drunks, sleeping it off in the back of the truck. Working my way throughout the night, feeling through the shadows and ducking the light. Working my way throughout the night, moving through the shadows and ducking the light.
All right, all right, all right. It's the Zach Waldman Show, and here we are, live again. Head's hurting a little bit, because I think I went most of the day without eating. And also, I haven't hardly smoked any weed today. So those two things combined, my head's killing me, but we're going to fix that right now. I only have a little bit of ganja left. I have one bowl here. I'm going to smoke this one bowl, and that'll be it. That's all I got. Let's see. Boom. Let's turn these on. And here we are. Oh, I got the spinning wheel of death over there. All right. Good now? All right. What is going on here? What's with the spinning wheel of death, please? All right, we're good. Oh, boy. I got all kinds of stuff on my mind. Let's see how this goes. I got a little bit of a different show tonight planned. You know, as you know, I'm trying to figure out my voice on this YouTube format. And I'm not so sure being the anti-SJW guy full-time is what I want to do. I mean, I'm always going to rally against these fucking pussies, but, well, I need more people to come in here. We just started. So let's get some people in the chat room and some people that know me, and we'll figure it out. I almost wonder if, when I go live, if the announcement's being suppressed in some way, if I'm being like shadow banned, because it was weird last night. I had Lizzie, and then all of a sudden Lizzie was gone. And it's not like her to just leave without saying something. And then no one else came into the room. Technically, everything was working fine. But then I noticed after I uploaded videos, people like Jordan were immediately commenting on them and stuff. So I'm going, what is going on here? Was like, did nobody know I was on live last night? So as a result, I'm wondering if tonight anybody knows I'm on live. We'll see. I'm just going to smoke this bowl. This might be a short show tonight. I'm very tired. I only slept a few hours. Oh, that felt good. Tasted good. Delicious. Yeah, man, I got here. Let's find a video or something to kill some time until some people get in here. I got stuff to say, but I want to make sure the people I want to say it to are here or talk to about. Um, what is going? What's going on with Rob Schneider? Look at this. No offense, but my immune system's been doing pretty good for over a half a century. I'm gonna stick with it. Thanks to you. Thank you very much. Though, heard a rumor a while back. My body, my choice. I heard another rumor as well. It's called Second Amendment, motherfucker. What is that about? John Legend is shady as fuck. Are they kidding? This is from the back of a Chex cereal. Let's see. What do we got here? Legendary Muddy Buddies, created by Chrissy Teigen and John Legend. I know everybody calls her Teigen, but she says it's actually pronounced Teigen, so I like to be the only guy in the world that knows that. What the fuck is going on here? What did they supposedly invent? A cookie? Muddy Buddies, created by... I don't understand. Okay, I don't care. I just got distracted. I saw Sam Tripoli there. So what's up with Rob Schneider? What's he talking about? Video of the nurse getting the vaccine, then tipping over. Man talks about the powers that be, not wanting optics to go. Oh, really? So somebody got the vaccine, and I got dizzy from the flu. Getting a flu shot made me dizzy. Well, come on, play, bitch. Is this just a screen grab? I think this is a screen grab. Looks like a video. Huh. But I guess it's a screen grab. Your body, your choice only counts if it fits a specific narrative. Is Rob Schneider a right-wing guy? There's also this little thing called a Convention for the Protection of Human Rights and Dignity of the Human Being with regard to the application of biology and medicine. The interest and welfare of the human being shall prevail over the whole interest of society or science. All right. How did I get down this rabbit hole? Oh, I was looking for a video. Oh, this guy. I've been warring with this fucking idiot. He said, you should take comedian out of your bio, dude. You're struggling. I said, you should take sober out of your bio. You're clearly drunk. His whole thing is that he's clean and sober. I've been at war with that guy all day today. Some fucking loser with like, I wonder how many, I don't even know how I got into a fight with this asshole. How many followers does he have? Oh, wow. He's got more than me. Look at that. Wow. That's cool. Maybe I'll get some fucking followers from him. He was one of those guys that was all butthurt about the Tropicana commercial. Aaron Matei cannot underscore that you're claiming we need an aggressive response to info that you're acknowledging we haven't found out yet. All right. There's baby Charlie. I'm trying to find a video or something. There was a police chase, but I think it's over. Jesus Christ. This must have been a hell of a movie. 28-year-old Madison Heights man accused of stabbing his mother and stepfather when they asked him to turn off his video so they could go to bed. His stepfather later died. What was he watching? That must have been an awesome movie. Was it YouTube? Guy who has ACAB in his profile is what? I guess let's say a guy who has ACAB in his profile is tone policing me. Pretty sure we've hit peak something. I don't know what happened here. You know me, I'm always on Team Jimmy Dore, though. He's one of my favorites. Huh. We need Jimmy Dore as president is what we need. All right. I don't know. Jimmy's at war with somebody on Twitter, too. Everybody's at war today. Did you see this? Hospitals in SoCal are now at 0% ICU capacity. 52,000 new cases and a 1 day record of 379 deaths. Fucking crazy. The Void. Where the hell is Gotta find a video. What do we got here? All right, here, TikTok. Perfect. I'm just looking for some nonsense to play while I smoke this bowl. What? What?
Before I turned 21, anytime I go out, I'd go around and drink all the leftover drinks at all the tables. And honestly, I did that after I turned 21 too, because I love free shit. I once did a line off of a shelf in a porta potty that someone else had left for me, and without even asking what it was. I used to make these things called White Trash Four Locos, which is where I put box wine in a bottle and dump the contents of an Adderall capsule in it and shake it up. One time I was hanging out with friends who were snorting all night, and they Eiffel Towered me, and I couldn't sleep for 2 days afterwards because I got secondhand. I used to fuck you know who you'd use me to test all of
Hold on a second. I lost the Oh, I gotta hold on. So she got double teamed by these two dudes. One time I was hanging out with two dudes who were snorting. I'm assuming meth all night, and the Eiffel Towered me, and I couldn't sleep for 2 days because I got secondhand meth. Why did she bleep meth? Wow, so she got a secondhand high of meth from these two.
I used to fuck with you know who you'd use me to test all of this product.
Is she censoring everything because TikTok will like censor you for saying coke or meth?
I bleached my hair a few days ago, and I don't use gloves, and I didn't wash my hands thoroughly enough, and it started to burn, so I licked it off. Why I'm not afraid of what's in the cocoa.
It's pretty funny. That was awesome. I gotta say, this is my kind of girl. I actually said something very similar. Someone said, "Are you gonna get the vaccine?" And I said, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh, you're not gonna wait first?" I'm like, "Do you know how many things I've taken into my system? This is where I'm gonna draw the line." It's like I just like that. That girl's not too different than me, except I was doing the Eiffel Towering and not having the Eiffel Tower done to me. But yeah, I get where she's coming from. It's like you're doing random drugs from random people in sketchy places, and you're wondering if you're even gonna live to see the next day, and you're gonna worry about the COVID vaccine. Uh, hey, everybody! As usual, slow for people to make their way into the chat room. So, man, Trump is almost completely gone, but they still want to keep bringing him up. They can't it's over with, all right? Biden's going to be president. Just like you're still dwelling on Trump. LAPD's en route. Code 4 just went out. All right. Sorry, I was looking at this Twitter from about the COVID thing. Phil Hellmuth. All right, let's see. 2 seems too early for Lon and Norm. I mean, yes, they've been an integral part of poker, but for only 19 years, they go in 2023. Chris Ferguson has an amazing record, and I'll give him a few votes, but some votes unfairly holding full tilt poker against him in 2003. 2 seems too early for Lon and Norm. I'm assuming that Phil's talking about the. I'm assuming he's talking about the Poker Hall of Fame. Yeah. I was actually friendly with Chris Ferguson. I used to have his phone number, and after the full tilt thing, I've haven't spoken to him or seen him. But this guy here says Ferguson was directly involved in a scheme that stunted and severely damaged the growth of online poker in the U.S. The industry has yet to fully recover from the damage done. He has no right to be in the Hall of Fame. Didn't he disappear from the World Series of Poker for a few years after the fact? I don't know. You know what? All Hall of Fame stuff and award shows, Grammys, Oscars, it's all bullshit. So I guess what two Lon and Norm? What is I don't know what two means. Lon and Norm have been involved in poker longer than 2 years. So what is he talking about? Let's see here. I love Phil Hellmuth. He's such a fucking kook. Oh, I see. He was numbering things. That's what the two threw me off. Okay, let's check out what he's saying. So this is actually there's not enough people here yet. I want to talk about some ideas I have moving forward with the YouTube channel and with the Zach Waldman fan club. Shit. So, and it's poker related. It's not just poker. It's related to a bunch of things, but poker is one of them. All right, let's see here. Hold on. But like, it's funny. Like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm always like, when bands are upset that they're not in it, I just want to tell them like it's bullshit. Some guy just started this thing up, and it evolved into what it is, but it's meaningless. It's like you really have to have some dipshits, like wait around for some dipshits to tell you that you belong in their secret club or their private, that's all it is. It's just a private club, right? It's like, hey, we're in the club. We're all in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We have that in common. It's like Grammy Award winners. Oh, I want a Grammy. You want a Grammy. We're in the club, right? But it's really not worth getting caught up in. And I would make the same argument for the Poker Hall of Fame. Although the Poker Hall of Fame is, I think there's more probably honor to being in the Poker Hall of Fame than the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because art is completely subjective. At least poker, you can objectively say, like, oh, this guy won a certain number of tournaments or bracelets or money. Like if he's a cash game guy like myself, you can go his cash game total is in the millions. So like there's ways to quantify why somebody deserves to be in the Poker Hall of Fame is my only point. Um, there's a new season of high stakes poker, but you have to have Poker Go to watch it. So, all right. So let's see, Phil. All right, number one. I have 10 votes to cast on these Poker Hall of Fame candidates. Patrick Antonius, Eli Lesra, Antonius Fondiari, Chris Ferguson, Ted Forrest, Mike Matisau, Lon McKirchen. I don't remember him. Lon McKirchen and Norman Chad. Oh, Lon. Yeah, of course, the commentators. I knew who Lon was. I forget his name. McKeechin and Norman Chad, Matt Savage, Isaiah Scheinberg, Huckseed. All 10 will make it eventually, but who in 2020? Well, what's the standard for getting into the Poker Hall of Fame? These are all good players. I mean, when I look at this list, the people that stand out to me as like the real legends here, well, I don't know, might be the only one I see is Huckseed. I don't know Matt Savage or Isaiah Scheinberg. It just seems like, I don't know, Antonio Sfandari, he's maybe too young. Chris Ferguson, I could see him being put in there, despite the controversy. I think if you keep Chris Ferguson out of the Poker Hall of Fame, it's like keeping Pete Rose out of the Hall of Fame. Funny enough, Chris Ferguson should be in there for gambling. All right, so number two seems too early for Lon and Norm. I mean, yeah, they've been an integral part of poker, but for only 19 years. So he's saying they should go in 23. This all makes more sense to me. Chris Ferguson has an amazing record, but again, they're talking about the problem with full tilt poker. I should follow Patrick Antonius and Jennifer Harmon. I'll follow Jennifer Harmon. All right. And number 3, Ted Forrest, professional backwards, gets most of my votes. I was going to say that. That was the other guy. I was going to say the only Chris Ferguson, Huck Seed, and Ted Forrest. Those were going to be the 3 I named off that list, would be my top picks. They get the most of my votes. He's an amazing record. He's stood the test of time since the early 90s. Patrick Antonius may be first ballot Hall of Famer, but not everyone thinks so. And if not, then he makes it for sure in 21 or 22. They're all going for Poker Hall of Fame sooner than later. All right. So who's in the chat room now, man? Say hi to me. Let me know you're there. People are slowly trickling in, very slowly tonight. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the show, to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit that little notification bell, choose all, and there you go. But I know, like, when for sure when like Jordan gets here, I got to talk about some ideas I have moving forward with the channel. You know, I kind of decided to specialize in making fun of social justice warriors every day. I mean, and although that is fun, I just feel like it's gonna. I don't know that I want to spend all. Do I really want to dedicate that much time to these assholes? I mean, I'll always have to do some social justice warrior news because they're so absurd. And we've got to fight it. These people are a mind virus on the country. It's a mind virus spreading across the country, and it's already ruined the New York Times. It might ruin the ACLU. This religion of wokeism really is a serious threat. Hey, there's Lizzie. Thank God. Hey, Lizzie, let me ask you a question. Let me play this first. Last night, on my end, I have another computer monitoring everything. Everything was fine. But fucking like nobody showed up last night, and then you were gone, like out of the blue. And I was like, is my channel like being suppressed because I'm a Jew? Because it's like that isn't like Lizzie to just disappear like that. She would usually say that she was taken off. So, if you passed out, that's totally cool. No worries. I just wanted to know if there was something wrong with my channel. It was just a weird night last night. All right, so let me ask you a question. I wish Jordan was here too. He might be here. He might be just listening. I'm thinking. All right, so from a marketing point of view. All right, cool. That's good, Lizzie. From a marketing point of view, I need to grow this channel and effectively, market this. I need a target market. I need a niche, right? We've talked about this. Now, hold on. Sorry, my nose is running. I'm a mess. My arm is bleeding. My nose is running. So I need a target market, need a niche. And, it's different. If you're famous, like, Joe Rogan, you could just talk about whatever the fuck you want and you have a huge audience. But when you're trying to build an audience, you want to be the source for, you want that niche. So people go, oh man, I'm really into fill in the blank. And I'm going to subscribe to YouTube channels that, predominantly talk about that. So like I'm super into poker. So, my YouTube feed, you're always going to see a bunch of poker videos. I'm into pool. I'm into chess. I'm into podcasting. So you're going to see all that shit, right? So I decided, all right, I'm going to join the team of the anti-woke. People like Titania McGrath and James Lindsay. And I found another YouTube channel, actually, that it's a couple of English dudes. I forget what the channel is called. I should tell you. It's actually a pretty good channel. I've only heard one or watched one episode, and it was an episode about this woman. She was real cute too. This girl who talked about how she was indoctrinated into the religion of wokeness and how she escaped it. So she talked about how it she got into it and then how she got out of it. I just want to try to see if I can find the name of the channel. Oh, here it is. Trigonometry. I knew it was something about triggered. Yeah, these guys. Oh, this isn't. All right. So, this is their channel. Trigonometry. I highly recommend it. Right there. Trigonometry. So, they, like me, find the woke religion abhorrent and they talk about it. And it's a great name, Trigonometry. It's right up your alley, Lizzie. And so, like I said, they had a girl on there who was brainwashed by these woke assholes. And hey, check it out. I got this is a take a moment. This is part of the Sam Harris app where it once in a while, I think it's just once a day. Maybe it's more than once. You'll get a little message that says take a moment, and it's like a 30-second thing, 30-second moment of mindfulness. Here, let's do it together. Let's take a moment together.
Meditation is the art of recognizing again and again and again that you are not who you think you are. It really is that simple.
That was it. That was a short one. That was 12 seconds. So there you go. Those little take a moment things are awesome. The idea is, he's always in the app when you do the meditation, he's always telling you, hey, throughout the course of your day, take a little moment, especially in transition, like when you're like going through you're transitioning through spaces, like you're going to go through you're going to about to leave the front door of your home in those moments which is funny because transitional spaces are also where you need to be really careful in terms of being a victim of a crime. So, for instance, when you're uh, about to get in your car, or if you're in a convenience store, transitional space could be the doorway of the convenience store. So, like if you go in to pay for gas, when you're walking through the doorway, that'd be a transitional space, right? And so he says, when you get to those transitional spaces, take a moment to, acknowledge basically the present moment. And look at this. There's a guy, this graphic, David Waldman, Yorktown, top 10 states in new cases. Yay, California. Who's David Waldman? I don't know this guy. OG filibuster buster, curator, host, KITM podcast. What's this guy about? Mike Flynn is a spy. I think Trump's moving to kneecap the Pfizer vaccine in favor of the Moderna vaccine. Let's see. We're stuttering. We're stunning means par for the course. Let's see. So, arrest, try, convict, and execute Donald H. Boy, this is. I don't think this guy likes Trump. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to get the idea that maybe this guy is a never Trumper. David Waldman -1. KAGRO in the morning with David Waldman. What real Waldman gets up in the morning? No real Waldman wakes up in the morning. How many followers does he got? He's got 41,000. He's followed by George Wallace and John Fugelsang. I'm not going to follow him. The only reason I noticed him is because his name's Waldman. So anyway, the point is transitional spaces are dangerous places. So when you pull up to a gas station and you're going to get out of your car, you're going to want to really be paying attention as you get out and when you get in and when you exit your home, when you enter your home. Okay. So it's just funny that it works perfectly with mindfulness because those are the same exact moments Sam always says during those moments, be very present. So you could do both. You could really pay attention to what you're doing and your surroundings through those transitional spaces. I'm not who I think I am. Got it. Yeah. Well, if you don't meditate and you're not part of the course, just hearing that would seem kind of odd. I thought that a lot of times they're like 30, 40 seconds long and they're really insightful. But as a meditator and as someone who is going through Sam Harris's app, which I fucking love it. It's one of the most important things it's called Waking Up with Sam Harris. It's one of the most important things I've ever done for myself. And I don't get anything out of telling you about it other than hoping that you get as much benefit out of it as I do. Anyway, all right. So going back to the target market, the whole thing, Lizzie. What I'm thinking, what do you think of this idea, Lizzie? This is where I'm at. And you'll like this. I'm a little bit of a Zach of all trades. I know how you love a play on words, Lizzie. I do have a ton of hobbies and interests, and there's some things I know a lot about. I know a lot about poker. I'm a very good poker player. I know a lot about gambling in general. And there's also just a bunch of other things that I'm interested in. Yeah, Zach of all trades, you got it. And so I was thinking, what if the people who are members of the Zach Waldman fan club, which I appreciate very much, anybody watching this, I would love it if you joined. Lizzie's a member. Go to zachwaldman.com/fans. If you do, I'll add your name to the bottom of the scroll. I'll give you a stinger zinger of your own, custom designed. You tell me what you want in it. This is the one Lizzie asked for. Well, sort of. She just told me she liked foreigner puns and butterflies. I put the rest of that together. But if you the people that are members of the fan club, I'm up to 15. Obviously, I've got my goal is 1,000. And I was thinking about the people that are members of my fan club. They're members because they like me and they want to support me, not because they give a shit about what's in the fan club. Like it does. I can't imagine Lizzie, although maybe because I'm just guessing, but I can't imagine Lizzie logs in to learn a bar bet in hopes of scoring a free drink or winning a bar bet. I don't see Lizzie going, you know what I really want to do is learn. Now, I could see guys wanting to do that, but I don't know. I see, I get, I haven't looked at it lately, but I can see, how many people, if people are logging into the members area. And it's like the people that join the fan club, it's like they're joining to support me. I don't think that they're logging, and they do sometimes. I'll see, here and there people log in. And since I've added, I added a really good trick. If you want to learn a really good magic trick, it's take a little bit of practice, but it's really worth it. Anyway, I taught that in the members area, and some people do check it out. But my point is, I think it's just value, right? So this is what I was thinking, Lizzie. The problem with what I'm about to propose is I don't really have a target market or a niche. All in this idea I'm about to present for you. But here's the idea: is what if I made it more of the fan club, more uh, of a lifestyle, kind of like a magazine. Imagine a magazine made up of the stuff that I'm into, and you got to be into at least one of the things I'm into. And if you're not, if you don't have any interest in any of them, well, obviously there's you watch this. There's extra podcasts. There's still other content there. And at the end, if you're doing it just to support me, it doesn't fucking matter. So let me give you an example. When I say magazine style, I'm saying that it captures the greatest life in the world, which is mine, the Zach Waldman lifestyle. So maybe I make a video. Hey guys, for all of you out there that I know maybe you're not that into poker, but maybe you play at a home game or you get invited to a home game and you never go because you don't know how to play. I'm going to teach you the most basic things in the world that any asshole could do, and I promise you'll be one of the best players at your home game. And then maybe the next day, maybe I do one on pipe tobacco or pipes, and maybe the next day it's on. I do it. People. I'll tell you what a popular one. People seem to like the crock pot barbecue ribs when I did that episode. So you see what I'm saying, Lizzie? You see why it's there's no niche though or target market. It's not like I'm doing a fan club. It's not like it's all targeting toward people who are into metal detecting. It's not targeted completely for poker players. It's not targeted solely for people who are into jujitsu. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like yeah, but see, so that's the problem is how the fuck do you market that? It's like I'm not the guy you go to for any one thing. I'm a guy that, basically you just have to somehow I got to convince you to like me and support me. I don't fucking know, man. I should probably make a video without all the cussing. I should probably say that succinctly and post it up in this group I'm a part of. Man, I got oh, I forget that I was gonna do that. Um, let's see here. All right, let me hold on a second. I got to decide about something. Um, see, here's the thing. If my focal point is making fun of social justice warriors and critical race theory and all of that other nonsense, gender studies, that's cool. That's a great niche. It's obviously done well for Titania McGrath and James Lindsay and trigonometry. So that's definitely a niche that I could focus on. And I can monetize it with affiliate links. But is that what I want to do like all the time? Do I want to spend all my fucking time, mired in controversy? I mean, I don't fucking know, man. Or do I want to, I still want to goof on them and take them to task. I just don't think that's all I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But see, Lizzie, that's the thing is I don't want to do any one thing all the time. I don't want to just I wouldn't want to turn it like, for instance, I wouldn't want to start up a website that was just about poker. I could do a poker vlog. I did one or two just for fun. You can look them up on my YouTube channel. I have a few vlogs that when I attempted to be a vlogger for a very short period of time. But the fuck. So I wouldn't want to like start up a website and have the whole website be about poker or any other one topic. It's going to be a long time before I can work again. This is fucked. And it's pretty fucked that they've told us we can't work and we're not going to give you any money. It's pretty fucked up. My head's killing me. All right. So I only slept like fucking seriously like 4 hours last night. It's almost 10 o'clock. I meant to make some coffee for the show. Um, so the question is, do I want coffee? I'm having a hard time thinking straight because my head's killing me. Coffee. Do I want coffee? I think I do. I think I want coffee, and I think I might need ibuprofen. I think whatever you end up focusing on should be something that you'll keep being excited about. Well, here's the thing. I'm kind of, I didn't plan this from the start, but as I've been doing the YouTube show and it's been evolving, and as I've been paying attention to other channels, I realize, like, okay, I see what people are doing that's working. So maybe, so like, the fuck? I, holy fuck, man. You're not gonna believe this. I I was like, I see this light shining at me, and I look over, and it looks like it's like someone's like floating in the air, shining a light on me. But I'm like, oh, here it comes again. What? So then I'm like, what the? Why are they doing this? Well, I'll tell you what. If all of a sudden my show ends, it's gonna be because of this. So I'm like, who the fuck is shining a light? Like, in the way it looks in the reflection of my window, it looks like somebody from the apartment building that's pretty far across the street is shining a light. But then I'm like, no, someone is shining a light at me. And again, I got lights in my eyes here, right? For the to make all this look like this. So you got to understand there's some really weird reflections happening here. So I got my sliding glass door over there, and I'm realizing someone is somehow standing in front of me shining a light into my eye. Now my next thought is, this is why I usually keep my gun within arm's reach, because it looks like somebody is on my balcony, which is like fucking impossible. You'd have to have like a ladder, right? And so, but there's somebody out there, and I'm like, how? What the fuck? They're not. I'm like, they're not on my. I'm like, I'm seriously. I'm like this, inching back, going to get my gun because I thought somebody was on my balcony shining a light into my eyes. Then I look closer, and I'm able to look through the glass, and it's, dude, it's dark out here. It's almost 10 o'clock at night. It's a dude in a cherry picker working on the electric lines. I guess there's something wrong with the lines. So there is a guy, and in the lights, he's wearing a helmet. So he's a workman for, like, the electric company. And he's wearing a helmet with lights. And but like, I'm looking at him right now. Here, hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this. I'm gonna fucking show you. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. I've got yeah, you can't see because of my sliding glass door, and I don't want to bother the guy. But there's a dude. He's working on the electric lines that are like 15 feet away from my balcony, and so there is a guy. And oh, so the lights are on his helmet, and so as he's looking around, it looked like somebody was. It created this like it looked like somebody was on my fucking balcony, dude. I'm on the second floor, realize. Yeah, I guess the well, what's funny is I haven't lost power. That's why I was saying if my show suddenly ends, it's because I lost power because these guys are out there working on it. But it freaked me the fuck out. I'm looking at him right now. He's right there. Um, I wish I could. You just can't see it because. Oh wait, here. Okay, I got a picture of it. Here, let me try this again. I'm gonna try. Maybe you can see it. Let's see. I'd have to open my door. I don't want to be a dick. If I open up my sliding glass door and now he's like, great. Now he's already. I can already tell he's probably weirded out that I'm trying to record him. I mean, he is hanging off my fucking balcony pretty much. But if that was the so I've got the lights in my eyes here, and I've got the glass of the door there. He's on the other side of the glass with the lights, and all of it bounces around. And he really is very close to me, but he is literally it's the reason it looked like a dude was floating. Well, it actually looked like he was on my balcony, but I'm like, he's not on my balcony. He looks like he's floating in midair, and then he's in, he's in like a cherry picker thing. It was fucking. I don't know if you could see my expression change, but as I was talking, I was like, I was seriously like, why is my gun not within my, like within 3 inches of my hand? Um. So, so there's a show called The Quartering, and this dude pretty much just covers news stories and he does what I do, except instead of just social justice warriors, he covers a variety of things. A lot of like video games and a lot of nerd news. A lot, you know what I mean? A lot of comic books and video games and Marvel movies, that kind of shit. So he does kind of have a niche. Talks about celebrities, but he talks about other things too. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I don't have to focus on SJWs. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I should stick with what I was doing, which was just whatever was trending, not just SJWs, just, different shit that was trending. So, whatever. Thinking out loud, man. I'm trying to figure out how to make the show better, how to get a bigger audience, how to make the fan club more valuable for the people who are members of it. That's all. Just trying to give value, grow audience, blah, 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 blah. I want to see if Jordan will put me on the road so I can go play poker. I can't play poker here, so what if I just hop in my car and I drive across the country and he stakes me to play poker and I'll do a vlog? There can be multiple avenues, I think, as long as they're cohesive. Yeah, I think so. It's all just breaking news was always the thing. Anyway, tonight we're just kind of fucking around though. I need like I said, I only. Oh yeah, so should I get coffee? It's 10. I'm fucking exhausted. I know that's why my Head hurts. And I'm a little out of it. I was supposed to take a nap. I was supposed to take a nap like 8 hours ago, but things got crazy. So, what do I want to do? Do I want to get? Do I? I do. I think I want coffee. All right, let me take a little break here. Get some coffee. I'll be right back. There's no. Hey, is it just me? Or is there no audio? Can you hear the music? I'm not seeing a meter on that for some reason. The fuck is going on? Hey, you're not. Am I correct? You're not hearing anything there, right? Let me try the other song. No, it doesn't look like it. Huh. All right. That's fucking weird. Let's try. So you didn't answer me. Can you hear that music? Because this is a brand new one for me where because I have my audio meters here. I have never seen this has never been an issue. What just happened? This is like last night where all of a sudden everything people stopped answering me and everything got weird. What the fuck just happened? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? The fuck is going on? I don't know what just happened. Hey, yeah, but okay, but you didn't answer me. Can you hear? Can you hear the music? Because on my end, there's no levels. So tell me whether or not you can hear this. Yeah, I don't. The fuck happened here? So strange. This has never been an issue. Okay, hold on. I got an idea. This fucking thing. Ah, there it is. Fucking. I don't know. Any idea how that was changed? Come on. All right, here we go.
say, hot damn in the summertime. By early May, it started to look like sunshine equals skin time. Hot damn, hot damn, hot damn, hot damn. Almost the smell of fresh cut grass fills the air. You know that it's nearly time. By the girls to begin to show skin that seen through all last winter time. They start to parade in the street. It's so sweet. I wish I could spend more time. Lay down in the sun, so much fun. Just watching them pretty fellas walking by. Hot damn, hot damn, hot damn, hot damn, hot damn, hot damn, Did you ever notice how often you say hot damn in the summertime? By early May, it started to look like sunshine equals skin time. Hot damn, 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 hot damn. Oh yeah! Thank you very much.
It's to spill something. Yeah, that was operator error, but at least I caught it that the that was happening. I knew it. Yeah. Fuck. Nothing to smoke. You know what? I'm gonna break the rules, Lizzie. I'm gonna. I'll tell you what. I'll at least wear the hat, though. I'm gonna smoke the pipe a little bit. Hold on, Lizzie. I thought maybe I had the. I thought maybe I found some weed, but this isn't a pipe cast. It's not an official pipe cast because we didn't get member 16 yet. Technically, I'm only supposed to do a pipe cast when we get a new member to the Zach Waldman fan club. But I'm out of ganja. And so what we're going to do is we're going to smoke a little out of the pipe here. And we won't tell anybody, but it's not a pipe cast. I'm wearing the hat, but I'm not wearing the jacket. And I'm not going to end it with the catchphrase, and you put that in my pipe so I can smoke it. Did you see the pipe cast, Lizzie? I did do the pipe cast as promised. It's in the members area. Everybody loves the catchphrase you came up with. You put that in my pipe and I'll smoke it. You pipe down about it. All right. All right, we got so I learned, see, okay, this is an example. I'm getting into pipes now. So maybe I do a special vlog episode, where I pick out a pipe and give some tips about packing your pipe and, pipe talk. But again, I don't want to have like a website dedicated to pipe smoking. It's like every day I got to come up with another video about how to smoke a pipe. One thing I learned though is if you put your finger and then you give it a little swirly after you pack it, really does seem to keep it going. I only have one match. Well, I have two matches left. I thought I only had one. We'll see if I can do this in one light. Should not be doing this. This is not good for you. All right. I do feel like people are going to listen to me better now. Like, oh, I got to listen to that guy. He's got a pipe. You like the popping sound? All right. So, how do we like the hat? Like that? Like that? Oh, I don't think it stayed lit. Exactly. This guy must have something to say. You can't possibly smoke a pipe and wear a hat like that unless you've got something to say. All right. Oh, that match is broken. All right. I knew that wasn't going to work out, so I got a backup plan. Now we're cooking with gas. Oh, really? I got last time I did this, my pipe stayed lit. I don't know why this time it's not. Huh. I did such a good job last time of keeping it lit. I didn't put very much tobacco in it this time. I didn't want to smoke much. All right, I think I got it now. Jesus Christ, Lizzie. So, I got my coffee and my pipe. Now I'm happy. See the attitude adjustment? I'm making all the horrible noises. I'm slurping the coffee. Ah. This is like the worst ASMR ever. This is like ASMR for people who like are masochists in the sense that they love to hear the most horrible sounds over and over. Ah, isn't that the worst one? Ah, that'll make you want to murder somebody. They take a drink and they go, ah. It's like, oh, I'm gonna strangle you. Who was that? Who used to do that? I dated somebody that did that. Oh yeah. You see, I used to. I got my pipe lit now, don't I? That's fun. All right, so I feel a lot better now. It's funny, just the idea of having coffee in a pipe. You see also my head's not hurting now. All right, let's talk about some shit. I haven't done anything tonight. I kind of thought, people are so long in coming. I thought, I'll just hang out with Lizzie. It'll be the Lizzie and Zach show tonight, and people finally show up. We'll talk about something. Well, let's see what we can do. Smoke ring. Anyway, yeah, that's good. You do that with your niece and nephew to make them laugh. I love it. I think I packed the perfect amount of tobacco because I don't want a lot, and it stayed lit this time. And now this time around, I could tell when it was lit. I realized like when I inhaled, I give it a puff. I was like, oh, now I can feel it. It's burning in there. It's smoldering. Really good thing for college athletes. Landmark College Athletes Bill of Rights to be introduced to Congress. This is just a day after the Supreme Court agreed to hear a case that challenged the limits on college athlete compensation. Four Democratic lawmakers are introducing a bill that would change college athletics forever. Yeah, it's pretty absurd that they don't get paid money, and millions and millions of dollars are made off of them. The College Athletes Bill of Rights, written by New Jersey Senator Cory Booker and introduced on Thursday by Booker. You know what? I think I had an epiphany earlier, Lizzie. Here's something, I fucking uploaded my Abraham Lincoln video to my YouTube channel. It ended up being a half an hour long for me to get through that fucking article. So you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I should read the article ahead of time, jot down a few or make a few mental notes or jot down a few notes about points I want to make, have some idea of where a punchline may or may not fall, and then just show the article, talk about it, and say, if you want to read it, here's the article. But when I go over it, instead of reading the whole fucking article, I think it should just be like we skim it together. Yeah, but I'd also not only brief pre-scrolling, but I also don't think I need to read the whole fucking article. I read the whole thing because I can make fun of almost every other sentence, but that might be too much. My videos are as long as Infinite Jest, for crying out loud. Let's see how it's doing though, just out of curiosity. Since we brought it up, I just uploaded it. It's doing okay. Yeah, all right. So let's take a look at what the College Athletes Bill of Rights is all about. All right, so landmark piece of legislation. Okay, revenue sharing, medical trust fund, and more. It covers a lot of ground, granting college athletes rights that the NCAA has long denied them, protecting them at the government level. Revenue sharing. The bill grants name, image, and likeness rights to athletes and requires schools to share 50% the profit from revenue generating sports with athletes. Well, this is fucking great. I love this. All schools would be required to disclose the finances of their athletic departments, not just revenue and expenditures, but the salaries of all department personnel. My pipe is out, but I think it's pretty much done. And I think that's as much pipe smoking as as I really need. As it is, I'm breaking the rules, right? I'm not technically supposed to be smoking right now. It's not a pipe cast. All right. Thank you. I'm back. So far, this sounds great. Scholarships. College athletes would be required to receive a scholarship for however long it takes them to complete their undergraduate degree, and bans administrators or coaches from influencing their choice of major and from retaliating against them if the choice is something they don't approve of. I don't know a lot about that, but I assume that if you happen to want to major in something that's actually going to take a lot of time, they're going, don't do that. How are you going to have time for practice in basketball if you're, trying to become a doctor? The live commentary is good, but yeah, it would be better refined. Yeah, I think so. See, I'm always trying to make it better, Lizzie. So maybe that's what last night, Lizzie, I was ready to unplug the whole fucking thing. But I think that's the answer. Is I got to pick, tonight it's a fuck around night. But yeah, I think that's the answer is to, yeah, the thing we talked about. Transfer freedom. All restrictions on transfer athletes would be removed, as would the penalties for breaking a national letter of intent. Medical trust fund would be set up that covers out-of-pocket costs for college athletes while they're in school. Could be accessed up to 5 years after graduation to cover costs of sports-related injuries. Health and safety standards. A special focus on traumatic brain injuries and sexual assault. Could be a headache for the NCAA. The NCAA isn't against federal legislation of this kind. In fact, they're in favor of it, with several states passing their own name, image, and likeness bills. Federal legislation is the only thing that would prevent the NCAA from having to navigate and comply with the laws in each state, which all differ from each other. I didn't know states were already doing this. It's not my world. Booker's bill is essentially the opposite of what the NCAA wants. They've been focused on federal legislation on name, image, and likeness rights, and that's about it. Revenue sharing, financial disclosure, governmental standards are definitely not on their to-do list. Well, the government has never been known to under-regulate. No one has ever said, this government needs more regulations. Usually, they overregulate, but this time they didn't regulate enough. I've never heard that. All right, so we'll see what happens there. What else do we have? All right, so Lizzie, this is the kind of story. See that? Maybe that's why it's a bad idea. Okay, so although it would be okay for the fan club, maybe. Maybe that's the trick. Okay, so what I was going to say is if I want to cover stories about things, news of things that I'm interested in, they're not trending. This Daniel Polk and David Negreanu thing, Doug Polk. What did I just call him? Did I just say David, or what did I just say? Anyway, I'm reading and trying to talk at the same time. Doug Polk and Daniel Negreanu. Anyway, most people don't know, unless you're into the poker, that they're playing this heads-up grudge match, right? And so I want to talk about it, but it's not a trending topic. So if I do a story, make a video about it on YouTube, it's not like it's going to fucking go viral. Whereas when you talk about social justice warriors saying that Abraham Lincoln is a racist and was mean to Indians, well then, that's the kind of thing you can, yeah. So what I'm thinking is if I want to do things that are like for the members area, maybe that's what I do. Maybe I continue to do whatever I got to do to send people to the fan club, but the fan club, I rework it so it's bar bets, magic tricks, and lifestyle or something like that. Or maybe just lifestyle, the Zach Waldman lifestyle. Join the Zach Waldman fan club. Here, I could do it right now. So the Zach Waldman fan club, why should you join? Well, because you want to support me, right? I mean, Look at me. Also, when you join the Zach Waldman fan club, you get to take part in the Zach Waldman lifestyle. What is the Zach Waldman lifestyle? It's very exciting. It involves sleeping late, staying up late. It involves metal detecting, Bitcoining, Bitcoining, smoking the weed, dancing and singing alone, puppet shows, pruning, edging. All right. So I'm going to do the story anyway. So Bill Perkins stops Polk versus Negreanu game over cheating misunderstanding. So they're playing heads up poker, but they're doing it online, and they have a bunch of cameras set up so that to keep them honest, right? Because people are worried about cheating. So there was apparently a misunderstanding. I want to know what happened. Perkins calls out Polk for using software to give himself advantage. The ongoing high-stakes feud between Daniel Negreanu and Doug Polk took an unexpected turn when Bill Perkins called for the suspension of the game, accusing Polk of using big data to analyze hands that have taken place. Perkins, who has a running bet on the outcome of the series, had a discussion with Polk and seemed to be dissatisfied with what he found out, or thought he found out at least. Taking to Twitter to publicize the issue, Perkins said that Polk had manually entered hand history in software and have run frequency analysis. Doug Truck Driver Polk. Truck Driver. Why did he give himself that nickname? Okay, this is completely ridiculous. And we are talking privately, but if you're going to fire off tweets, let's talk about it. The rules were no hand histories and no HUDs. HUDs are heads-up displays. It's software that you can run when you're playing online poker to have all kinds of statistical data on your opponents. We both agreed, and we were clear on that. Neither was used. He described this move as unfair and putting Negreanu at a disadvantage. Let me see the original tweet. Match delayed due to disagreement over rules. One party, Doug Polk, thinks it's okay to manually enter in hand history to software and have frequency analysis done, and the other does not. Big disadvantage that D. Negs has not been doing this. Daniel Negreanu. He described this move as unfair and putting Negreanu at a disadvantage. Polk followed up with a quick tweet arguing that Perkins and him had a private conversation of unspecified nature. Polk refutes Perkins' claim that HUDs or hand history software was used in any of these games. However, this incident had a bearing on the game, and Polk and Negreanu both agreed to have an independent party analyze game data and make a decision about its fairness. Fucking poker. Third-party mediation disproves claims. Perkins apologizes. The parties agreed to call on Phil Galfond as a trusted and respected community member and who better out there to sort out a high-stakes dispute of this sort. All good. At first, I thought this was going to be a big deal, but then I realized it was only bigger than the Mike Postel incident. That's funny. So obviously, you don't know this, but Mike Postel got busted cheating on a live stream. Not live at the bike, but I think it's at Stone's Gambling Hall or whatever that fucking place is called. I've never been up there. Okay, Bill Perkins. Correction, has frequency analysis, does not manually enter onto software. Either way, dispute. I'm sorry to have gotten that wrong. Okay, it was soon understood no foul play had taken place. Perkins went on to apologize to everyone in Polk. He said his statement that any analysis Polk did was done on his own without the help of any software, something that poker players do all the time when they play live games as well. Polk assuaged the tension by accepting Perkins' apology and the quipping that the incident was just a bit bigger than Mike Postel's case. With calamity averted, the game could return back to normal. Negreanu, the peace broker he is, also jumped on a tweet to clarify that there had been no foul play afoot. He reminded that under WSOP's terms and conditions, the use of assistant software was prohibited, and that both Polk and he had agreed not to use any. For Negreanu, this about settled the short-lived controversy that risked upsetting poker community once again. Just so you know, the poker community is always upset. Hey, Jordan Palmer's here. How you doing, pal? We got to play his less than favorite stinger. So much on my mind. Really appreciate, Jordan, how you always go on my YouTube videos and leave comments and stuff. And I notice you do that. I'm not paying attention to comments as much as I was before. I look at them here and there, and I'll occasionally tell someone to eat a bag of dicks. One of my exes used to play online poker all the time. I think he used to watch World Series of Poker tournaments too. Yeah. Well, as I say, Jordan, how about, do you want to fund me going on the road and playing poker in places that are open, and I'll vlog about it? Fucking losing my goddamn mind. Do you know that I've been nearly alone now for 10 months? Yeah, Poker After Dark was a great show. They brought back high stakes poker, but you have to have Poker Go to watch it. But I think you're talking about high stakes poker. I think I called it Poker After Dark the other night, but I think you're talking about high stakes poker, which is similar format. It's really good. I was fucking. I'm dying to fucking do something. So, Jordan, I was telling Lizzie, I think we've got the solution. I think in the fan club, what do you think of this, Jordan? I think the fan club is going to become more like a magazine style, in the sense, instead of just bar bets and magic tricks and extra podcasts, because that's what's there right now. I mean, there's some. I mean, there's I taught. I did my crock pot barbecue ribs, but I'm thinking I make it more like a lifestyle thing, where when you become a member of the fan club, you just see all kinds of random shit, metal detecting videos, poker videos, that kind of stuff. Like a magazine, if it was a magazine dedicated to all the shit that I'm into. And then I think for the live stream, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, covering just not just social justice warriors, though. I think I'm just going to cover whatever's trending. But I got to get those videos shorter. And Lizzie and I came up with a solution for that, too. Well, I did. And I told Lizzie about it, and she agreed. Let's talk Bitcoin, man. Largest U.S. cryptocurrency exchange, Coinbase, files for IPO as Bitcoin soars past $23,000. How bonkers is that? This was written by Pippa Stevens. Never met a Pippa I didn't like. That's a good name, Pippa. And yeah, this is pretty nuts. Coinbase, by the way, is one of my affiliates. You can go to zachwaldman.com/Coinbase and get an account, and you'll get $10 in crypto, and I'll get $10 in crypto. Digital currency exchange Coinbase is going public as renewed investor interest in cryptocurrencies pushed Bitcoin to an all-time high. On Thursday, the company announced that it's confidentially submitted a draft registration statement on Form S1 with the Security and Exchange Commission. The form is expected to go into effect after the SEC completes its review process. Hey, I need some meat. I don't know why I decided that's what she was saying, but she looked like that's what she needed. Zach, I know you've been locked up in your apartment for 10 months because you live in LA and you're not allowed to go anywhere. I just want you to know, I want your meat. Thanks, lady. You're really making me feel good because it's been pretty tough. And I know you can't do anything about it, but just the fact that you say you want my meat, it warms my cuckles. It cockles my cucks. California-based Coinbase, founded in 2012, has long been a go-to spot to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. Company has grown into the largest digital currency exchange in the U.S. Company's filing comes on the heels. Oh, no. Coinbase is transitioning? Oh, not high heels? I thought for a second, Coinbase was wearing high heels. Comes on the heels of a surge in the price of Bitcoin. I know, I was reaching for a joke. There's no reason to be angry at me for just trying. On Thursday, the largest cryptocurrency rallied more than 12% to top $23,000 for the first time on record. According to crypto market data provider Coinmetrics, the move came just one day after the cryptocurrency topped the $20,000 mark for the first time. With Thursday's jump, Bitcoin is now up more than 200% for the year. Bitcoin has garnered much attention from investors lately, and Paul Tudor Jones and Stanley Druckenmiller. Now, that's a fun name, Druckenmiller. And it definitely looks like Drunkenmiller. Yeah. It's Stanley Druckenmiller. What time is it? It's Drunkenmiller time. They're among those who have come out. Oh, no, they're gay now, too? Oh, in favor of the cryptocurrency. Lord, nothing wrong with being gay. I just was surprised that both of these guys were coming out. Turns out Bitcoin is not wearing high heels, and these guys are just coming out in favor of crypto. Large financial companies like PayPal and Fidelity have also made moves in the space. There you go. Well, if you want $10 in free Bitcoin, like I said, go to ZachWaldman.com Coinbase. That's ZachWaldman.com/Coinbase. And you can open up an account and you'll get $10 in free Bitcoin. And so will I. We'll each get $10. It's a good deal. I hope this vaccine helps knock this COVID down quick. I'm miserable not being able to go out like normal. I'm there with you, dude. Cabin fever is like a motherfucker. Well, it's not just cabin fever. It's also, I need to make some money. And it's really fucked up. Like, under normal circumstances, if I needed money, I'd go fucking gamble. I'd go play poker. I've been doing this a long time. This isn't like a new thing for me. I'm an AP for over 20 years now. You know, I never was 100% full time, but I've put in my hours. Mostly poker in the last several years, but I know what I'm doing. And fuck, man, I gotta. It's just the only. But see, I got affiliate marketing, right? I got people going to Coinbase and signing up. So I better make sure that link works. Let's see, ZachWaldman.com/ Let's see if that works. Really, you wanted the fucking HTTP shit? All right, hold on a second. Thought I could get away with it. Let's see if that link works. Yeah, it does. Cool. Yeah, ZachWaldman.com/Coinbase, and you too could have some Bitcoin. If you're real cool, what you'll do is, because you have to open up, to get the $10, you got to open up an account at Coinbase, which, I mean, you just got to create a username and shit. And you got to like either buy or transfer $100 in crypto to get the $10. So what you should do is you should just go to ZachWaldman.com/Coinbase. And then send me $100. My Bitcoin wallet's at ZachWaldman.com/fans. But you send me $100, and then I'll get 10, and you'll get 10, but I'll get 110 because you gave me 100. I remember you said you'd found a way to do virtual shows, maybe, or you had a few shows scheduled. I did a show Saturday, Jordan. I haven't talked about it because I'm sure people would be very upset, but I needed the fucking money, man. And it's like, what are you going to do? It's like, I had to make some bread, and I was not really happy. The show went fine, but the circumstances were really fucked up. I haven't told it because I don't want everybody yelling at me, going, well, why did you do a show in person? You're not supposed to be doing that. You're part of the problem. I just don't want to hear about how I'm part of the problem. But I also am I've been, ever since Saturday, I keep thinking there's something in my chest and I've got the Rona. Anyway, let me get some more here. I'll be right back. Let me need a little coffee.
Your love so cold, like a kick in the teeth, like a slap in the face, like a bad embrace. Love so cold, like a punch in the mouth, make the tree go bare, make the birds fly south. Freeze me over with your love, pretty mama. Freeze me over tonight. Freeze me over tonight. Your love so cold, like a real bad dream, turns my tears to ice, turns my.
I actually have a hey, what's up, Jay? I actually have a gig tomorrow, the drug and rehab gig that I do once a month. I've got that tomorrow. Not like 7-Eleven magic in Vegas, terrible. No. Holy fuck. You know what? Maybe you can help me tell that story. So the best gig I ever had in my life, I actually did it twice. It was for Bud Light, for this thing called Whatever USA. The two best gigs I ever did in my life, and they were both for Bud Light, and it was these 2 years they did the special event. The event was fucking amazing. What the first time they did it, what happened was they ran commercials. Some of you might remember this, but there was commercials that were like, are you up for whatever? Bud Light, Whatever USA. And there was this dude in 1 minute, he's like playing ping pong with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the next minute he's in like in a petting zoo. And, it was, did anybody remember that commercial? But the thing was, what people didn't realize is it was a real thing, that you were supposed to enter the contest to go to Whatever USA. But people didn't understand that. They thought it was just a commercial. They didn't know it was a real thing. So they didn't have as many entries as they wanted. And so what they did was they hired this like production company or entertainment company, publicity company, whatever the heck they were, to basically to hold auditions is really what they were, to get more people to go to Whatever USA. So for instance, they would do a promotion at a bar and there'd be people from Bud Light there, and they would have a tablet and they would say, hey, do you want to enter this contest? And people would say, okay, yeah, I'll enter. They go, okay, this is what you have to do. And they would like interview them on the tablet and say, why should you get to go to Whatever USA? Or if you go to Whatever USA, who would you bring with you and why? They asked them different little questions, and it was really what they were doing. They it was promoted as like a contest, like enter this contest for a chance to go to Whatever USA. What it really was casting, because the whole Whatever USA thing, they filmed all of it for commercials. So everybody that won the contest were all like young and beautiful, right? They were all, 22, 23 years old for the most part, and all good looking. And so what they did was the people that won the contest, they were told like 48 hours ahead of time. They got a phone call that said, hey, you entered that contest with Bud Light, Whatever USA. So are you still up for whatever? And they're like, yeah. They're like, okay, here's the deal. You can bring one friend, pack the following items. Here's your plane ticket, and you're flying to Denver. And so they had, I don't remember how many people won this thing, 300 or 400, something like that. And nobody knew where they were going. They flew them from all around the country. They flew them all to Denver International. And then when they got to Denver, instead of it saying the destination city, it said like the gate for the flight, and it said Whatever USA. So if you like entered the contest in Austin and you got chosen, you flew to Denver, And when you got to Denver, you were told to take a connecting flight. And when you got there, it was whatever USA. And so, um, once people were on the plane, and then it was announced, all right, whatever USA is in Crested Butte. They transformed Crested Butte, Colorado during the off season when no one would be there. They transformed the real town, like the real main street, into a fake town. And they hired all kinds of entertainers, including myself. I did a stage show, and then I did close-up magic. They had a hypnotist. They had a comedian. I wish I could remember. I'm sure I could figure out who it was, but this comic went on before me and bombed. And I went up and had a great set. And then I heard that comic on O&A talking about how amazing the event was, but how he admitted he bombed. He's like, I bombed, but it was impossible to do well there. People were crazy. It was out of control. That wasn't true at all. They had a little theater, like a black box theater for us. And he went up first, then me, then a hypnotist. He died a miserable death. I fucking killed. I'm not just saying it. And the hypnotist, it was a very small audience, only like maybe 60, 70 people. To do a hypnosis show, you need a large crowd because you need lots of people to choose from to have good candidates. And he couldn't get any good candidates to help him. So he bombed. And, but nice guy and clearly a professional. But he even told me before he went on, he goes, this is hard to do hypnosis with such a small crowd. I said, oh, I know. I have another friend that's a professional hypnotist. And I know you've got to do your tests in the warm up to figure out who's a good candidate. He's like, yeah, exactly. And you might only get a handful of people out of a large crowd, let alone a small one. So anyway, I can't remember the comic. I could look up the comic, but I just thought it was funny that I heard him on Opie and Anthony talking about, he made it sound like it was pandemonium. It was outside, but we were in a theater, and the theater was fucking awesome. It was small, but people were like super attentive. It was fucking great show. Anyway, after I did that show, I did close-up magic at the different spots, but they hired a bunch of improvisers that were dressed up as like the town police and the town doctor and dentist. And they just kind of wandered around like in character. So there was lots and lots of just improvisers playing different various characters. And the attention to detail in transforming this town was fucking amazing. You know how like when you're say you're walking down Main Street, USA, and there's little stores on the street, and in the front window of the store, there's a little round sticker in the corner that says, City of Santa Monica, right? Like a little city seal. Well, there were city seals like that for Crested Butte, real ones that say Crested Butte. They made fake ones to put over those that said whatever USA. So the whole idea was this, immersive experience that you're in this fake town called whatever USA. And to give you and it was just something was constantly going on. They really did have a petting zoo. Vanilla Ice was driving around in an ice cream truck giving away vanilla ice cream. Then he drives the truck up, gets on stage, did Ice Ice Baby, then went into and did the Teenage Mutant, Go Ninja Go. And then he tried to do something that nobody knew. And halfway through, he said, this is some new crap. You don't seem that into it. Would you rather me just do Ice Ice Baby again? And they all cheered. And he went back and did Ice Ice Baby a second time. And, but it was one of the most, and then they did it the second year, and they did it on Catalina Island. Now, it was the second year that Jay is talking about. Now, it was, again, these both events were fucking amazing. I got a million stories from both of them, especially the second one on Catalina Island, because it's a fucking epic tale. But the woman, really great girl that worked, she's the one that hired me, and she worked for the company. that did all of this last minute for them. She's the one that put together all of these contests in the bars, and man, she's a killer. And Catalina Island sounds like a place to get herpes. No, Catalina Island's awesome. Catalina's fucking great. And so she's super hard worker, really sharp girl. She improviser herself, and she gets in touch with me and says, we need more. We need to hold more auditions for people to go to whatever USA for Catalina, and we're gonna do a promotion at a 7-Eleven in Las Vegas, and it's gonna be you and Jay. If I forget anything, jump in with this because I guarantee you're mine. I'm sure you remember shit better than I do. But she said it's going to be you, a contortionist, a DJ. Let me think. Who else was there? There was the DJ, the contortionist, me. I feel like there was somebody else. Maybe. Yeah, I can't remember. But she says what we're gonna do is we're gonna have like we're gonna turn the 7-Eleven. The idea is we're gonna turn the 7-Eleven into like a mini whatever USA. In other words, the idea is we're gonna go into the 7-Eleven and people are gonna walk in and it's gonna be like, holy shit, there's a magician and a contortionist and fucking DJ, and it's like, oh shit, it's like whatever USA, but like on a tiny scale, right? And we'll hold and Jay saw it, there's yeah, there was the person with the tablet. That's right, there was a couple of people with the tablets. Oh, you just see, I knew you would help me remember just little things like that. There was the guy that was like running the thing was really trying hard to stay positive. And well, here we'll come back to that. So, okay. Anyway, I figure 7-Eleven in Vegas. This sounds like it'd be fun, right? Then she tells me the address, and look, Vegas is like my second home. She goes, "Okay, this is where it is," and I go, "Oh, that's by the Stratosphere." She's like, "You know it?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "It's a horrible neighborhood." And so I get there and it is the fucking this 7-Eleven's a goddamn war zone. There are fucking meth heads and mentally ill people and homeless people and just fucking scumbags, and it's yeah, it was a horror show, right, Jay? Jay was there. Jay lives in Vegas, for those of you that don't know. And he will vouch that this is all true, that he was there, and it was a fucking unmitigated nightmare. The contortionist, what she would do is she never said a fucking word to any of us, hardly. She was nice enough, but she was so horrified. She had like a little miniature stage in the middle of the store that she would, get on this thing and then, do her contortion stuff. And so she's like doing this weird shit, right? Where she's like bending over and like, eating her own vag because she's so flexible. And she's in this little like contortionist outfit. Meanwhile, meth heads are walking in. And they don't even fucking care, by the way. They don't even care that she's like freaked out because she's in this fucking cracked out 7-Eleven in a horrible neighborhood in North Las Vegas. By the way, this 7-Eleven is right between the Stratosphere and downtown. There's no man's land of just, it's a horror show in that area. Anybody that knows Vegas, trust me, or knows what I'm talking about, I should say. The rest of you just trust me. It's between Jay. Again, Jay lives there. He'll tell you. And it's probably worse now than it was then. It's called Naked City for a reason. Yeah. So it's just and there was like, like a tour, like these like tour buses or whatever they were would stop by. Like they would make a stop there, and the whole bus would get out to like buy snacks and stuff on their way back to, like on their way to or on the way back from like Hoover Dam or something. And so you would think they would care. No one gave a shit. The DJ's out there spinning fucking records for nobody. Uh, People that are only interested in panhandling and scoring money for meth and buying booze and offering to suck your dick for like a nickel. That's who's in there, and none of them give a shit about the DJ or the contortionist, and they certainly didn't give a fuck about me doing magic. So they'd come in, and Jay says Zach was doing card tricks. Not really. Do you know how many tricks I did? Let me go back to the contortionist. Let me tell you what she would do. So she had this little stage. So she, I guess, was, hired to do however many sets, right? So she would do her little routine that would last, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. And then she would go and sit like in the back, like in the office of the 7-Eleven, and just sit there. She would put on like her robe or whatever overcoat, and she just had a chair and she just sat there. And I don't even remember her on her phone. She was just like, I'm not hanging out in this fucking crack den. Me, I stood out there the whole time. So did the DJ, and so did the team with the tablets. So there was, I think, a guy and a girl with the tablets. And there was another guy that was trying to keep everybody motivated. He was like the head of this thing. And he's like, yeah, Zach, you got to do some magic. I'm like, for who? I'm like, dude, I know you're trying to make something happen here, but I already did tricks for like the people that worked here. Like, I'm not kidding. Okay, here's what made it even worse. How many days was I there, Jay? Was it 2 or 3? I can't remember. It felt like 9 fucking years. It is one of the hardest jobs I ever had in my life. And it was 3, right? I thought it was. It's one of the hardest fucking jobs I ever had in my life. And I didn't do anything. All I did was stand around waiting for people to come in and go, hey, welcome to whatever USA. You want to see a card trick? And them like having like opened wounds, covering all parts of their body. And it was like, it was 8 hours a day. It was like a fucking job, 3 days in a row, all fucking day. And we're all miserable. All of us, I mean, I'm just making jokes, but they're miserable. The contortionist is miserable. Now me, we got paid decently for it. It wasn't like, we got a decent check for that. Not close to what I would normally get, but I got to work whatever USA for a second year in a row. The other people there, they weren't working the event. I was the only one there that was actually working whatever USA. They were just there for this mini event, and wow, were they miserable. We were all miserable. But the guy, so it's starting to come back to me. The guy that was running it, that was trying to be all positive and come on, guys, and at one point, because apparently the reason we ended up there was because this was a last minute thing and they couldn't secure a location, and the location that they were supposed to have fell through. It was a whole fucking nightmare. And this was all they had. They're like, but they're there looking for like 22-year-old hot millennials to audition to enter the contest. That's the whole thing. At the end of the 3 days, they're telling people, come back on day 3 to see if you won. And there were so few people that were even remotely qualified. I mean, I'm not kidding. They're all meth heads and heroin addicts and homeless. It's not an exaggeration. And if it wasn't them, it was a tourist bus that was filled with like, every tourist was like 300 pounds from the Midwest or something. They weren't, these are not people either that were going to audition. So like finally, like a couple of like decent looking people came in across the 3 days, and they literally said, come back. You're probably going to win. They kind of like hinted like, you're the only ones that are even remotely qualified to go to this thing, and it's coming up soon, and we need to give away. We had prizes to. Well, the prize was you got to go to whatever USA, and I think we had some other prizes, some other bullshit. But it was so then. But this is so we had like I don't know an hour to go, and we're like, can we just go? And this guy's like, oh, we have another hour to be here, and we're all like, come on, bro. We found the winners. You see what we're dealing with. By the way, all 3 days, I can't tell you how many times I had to like hang out with the DJ. Because the DJ was a girl, she would say, "Hey, would you mind just hanging out here with me because these guys are harassing me?" So now I'm out there, and like now I'm a bouncer. I'm like I went from magician to bouncer, and so it happened all the time. They were so there. This place was so fucking drug addled, and the people there. It was such a fucking scummy place. It was constant. Like we were all wondering how long before one of us gets bit by one of these AIDS infected zombies. And so now we're like, a half hour away. We're like, but this guy's gonna keep us there to the fucking minute, right? And this whole time he's like, hey, that's what we agreed to do. We got to do it. And come on, guys, rah, 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 Mr. Positive, right? And maybe I'm going to see if I can remember the details here. I forgot all about this until I started telling. I knew as I told it, things would emerge. If I'm leaving anything out, Jay, you help me out. But this is the part I remember. There was, I'm going to forget exactly the details here, but it was this big, fat, black woman in line, and then she was like getting into an argument with like the people behind her or something. Shit started to get crazy, and I think, oh my God, I can, this is how many crazy things have happened in my life that I'm having trouble remembering the details of this. And this was fucking nuts. But basically, the fat black woman ended up like taking her titties out. She had big, huge, big fat woman, giant fat titties. And she, again, another crack addict, drug addled. So she's got no bra. She's got this shirt she's wearing is barely on her anyway. She pulls her titties out and like hit the rah, rah, rah guy that wouldn't let us leave, like hit him in the face with her titty. And then I think tried to punch him. And he was like, all right, fuck it, we're out. And he finally snapped. That's what it took. It took a cracked out homeless woman to like hit him with her titty to get him to finally say, you know what, maybe this was a bad idea and maybe we should go since we only have 30 minutes left. God, I wish I could remember. I'm sure I must have a recording somewhere from telling this story of when it happened. I've got to. I know I probably have friends that I could ask if they would remember because I told everybody about this. It was nuts. I'm sure I'm leaving out a million little details, but I remembered him being so trying to stay in the game and then just snapping because this like fist fight broke out between them. And then when he like tried to intervene, she took out her titties and hit him with her titty. It was the funniest fucking thing. And we were gut laughing, but it was nuts. It was fucking nuts. But whatever USA was great, man. It was like I said, the best event I ever worked. I did it twice, and both times those are the top two events I've ever worked. It was just so much fun. I mean, it was awesome. All right, so we talked about Coinbase filing as an IPO. We're just kind of fucking around tonight, guys. I was doing a lot of soul searching last night about how I can grow this channel, make it better, get more people to join the fan club. And so I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do tonight because I was doing so much soul searching. I see a lot of you already hit the thumbs up button. I do appreciate that. If you haven't done so, please subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and choose all. And of course, I would love it if you joined the Zach Waldman fan club. Go to zachwaldman.com/fans. You'll find that even if you don't join the fan club, there's plenty of free things you could do to support my channel and help it grow. Bet Stamp, sports betting tracking platform. Okay, cool. Go on Steven Crowder, Sayan's show, whoever else you can get on. That'll bring some people your way. I can't imagine either of them would have me on. Oh, Jordan, you brought up Discord you've brought it up a few times. The last time you brought it up, I actually meant to acknowledge you. And I I ended the show and I'm like, fuck. I forgot to I hope Jordan didn't think I was ignoring him because I meant to bring that up. So you keep saying to do that, so I'm going to do it. I'm not sure why it's so important, but I'm going to do it. You think Sands would have me on? Well, that'd be cool if he did. I don't know. He doesn't know who the fuck I am. I don't know why he would have me on. Garcetti said he's not going to join the Biden administration. California Funk. AP consultant. And I just learned Bill Gates is banned in 22 countries. Democrats would never put up with a presidential election stolen by the Republicans. Weird endorsement of your opponents. That was pretty clever of Maddox. Trump is still saying it was stolen. Secular talk. Kyle Kalinske. Never in a million years would I have guessed that someone on the left would oppose a vote on Medicare for all during a pandemic where 300,000 people have died and 15 plus million have lost their insurance. I'm genuinely astonished and disappointed. Well, why are you surprised? The Second Amendment has nothing to do with hunting. That's true. Muckrakers. What do we got? Anton Friends, Compound Media. What does Kylie Jenner do again? Jesus, look at that. Pretty amazing. So, I feel like, I guess Howard Stern's, okay, it's of 2020. I'm surprised Joe Rogan's not on this list. How come no Rogan? I hope we get the $700 relief check by the 7th of the month. My rent is $2,400. What else we got? Scott Baio, Kevin Saboro, Dean Kane, Antonio. What the fuck? Okay. $600 stimulus after nearly 9 months. That's pretty good. I'm a retweeting motherfucker tonight. All right, shall we check trending Twitter? I don't know how much it'll help or not to have a Discord, but I can't imagine it's hurting. Zach, recall Newsom. Yeah. I fucking hate that piece of shit. Hopefully, look, I hate them all, though. It's like my sister today is trying to argue that the right is worse than the left. And I'm like, I don't know why you're mad at me for thinking they all suck. It's like, but they're worse. They all suck. They're all horrible. Fuck them. So FDA confirms safety and effectiveness of Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine. Ben Carson's trending. What do you guys want to, let's see. do we want to see why Ben Carson is trending? I really hope I'm not getting sick. Because if I'm getting sick, if I get the Rona, I know exactly where the fuck I got it from. I hope my voice is like this just because I've been talking nonstop. Ben Carson told confidants he wants to start a think tank after Trump leaves office next month. Why is he trending? Ben Carson reveals Trump personally authorized him getting Regeneron to beat COVID. All right. I knew I was going to be bored by Ben Carson. This is something everybody seems to know about. Apparently, we have no more room in our ICUs here in SoCal. ICU availability in Southern California at 0% amid deluge of COVID-19 patients. Oh, fuck you, LA Times. How do I keep getting tricked into clicking on links by those cocksuckers that put everything behind a paywall? Well, I really hope I don't have the Rona. And if I do, I hope I don't have to go to the fucking hospital. Because that sounds like a drag. Let's take a look here. What do we got? Regional stay-at-home orders. All right, fucking. Let's see if I feel like watching a video and giving my voice a rest here. We got a video, KTLA, or are you gonna piss me off?
Official describes MLK Jr. Hospital's situation as the front of the front lines in this pandemic. The CEO telling me the hospital
I want to see the front of the front lines of her panties.
is full. Not only that, but they are quickly filling up to exceed their surge capacity of patients.
I want to fill you up until you reach your surge capacity.
60% have COVID-19, and they are seeing
69% of you should be. See, I could do this all day.
rather racial and ethnic disparities that public health officials have been calling.
Look at the way she holds that microphone. What's going on there? You know what that's for? That's she's using that as to massage right at the base of your.
Calling alarming. But one positive note today, take a look at this. They received their first batch of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine.
Where were you last night, Jordan? And I'm not saying like, how come you didn't watch the show? I felt like nobody came in last night. Last night was fucking weird. I had like, my audience was like 0. And I was like, is my channel being suppressed? Do people know I'm live?
Vaccine, and here you see some of the frontline healthcare workers receiving it. These are workers who care for COVID-19 patients tirelessly getting that first dose of the vaccine. The CEO saying it is a great development, but right now they are in a crisis situation with the pandemic.
I bet she developed wonderfully.
We spoke to her more about it, and we spoke to a just vaccinated healthcare worker who talked about how things are going for her.
It's been kind of hard. It's kind of like you just have to take a deep breath and say, we can do this.
We are at ground zero here for the COVID pandemic. This is a community that is African American and Latino. We have seen the disparities impacting this community. Our hospital is...
Well, that's cool. At least you were asleep. I just wanted to make sure that my shit was going out.
It's a small community hospital, but we have...
It would have been cool, like right after that dude got the vaccine, if like an alien came like screaming out of his chest.
Than most hospitals in Southern...
Imagine the vaccine ends up being like the fertilizer for the alien, like the Rona. It turns out the Rona is extraterrestrial. And you know what? Maybe that's the whole secret. Maybe aliens have been here the whole time. Chinese people don't look like anybody else. And you can't... I'm thinking Chinese people are aliens. They've been here the whole time. And then they gave us the Rona. And now the vaccine is going to fertilize what's the seed they planted, and then before you know it, zombie apocalypse, something like that.
In California, which are 3 to 4 times our size.
LA County Public Health Department reports Latino residents are seeing a 7-day cumulative COVID-19
You got to write African American / Black. Just pick one.
rate of nearly 650
You said
new cases
Latinx. You fucking assholes. You put Latinx.
100,000. That's more than 2 times that of African American residents, who have the second highest case rate, and almost 3 times that of either white or Asian residents. The health department reports Latino and African American communities are also experiencing increases in COVID-19 hospitalizations and deaths that are higher relative to other communities. And the county continues to see a high mortality rate, they say, among people living in areas with the highest levels of poverty, with 4 times the death rate compared to people living in the lowest levels of poverty.
As cases surge, it's very clear and quite alarming that certain groups are once again bearing a greater burden of illness and death than others. The gaps between racial and ethnic groups that we made so much progress in closing back in late summer and early September now continue to widen.
Now, what are they doing here to address
I think this chick looks like she has a wedding ring on.
all of the patients? Well, they've added
Baby, it's all right. I won't tell them.
24 beds. They are keeping 30 inpatients in the ER. They've added tents in the parking lot to give
I'm pitching a tent right now, baby.
some care, and they've applied to be able to adjust.
Hey, see you later, Lizzie. Have a beautiful night. Enjoy the rest of it. Thanks for stopping by.
The wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
There you go. Fucking, hey.
Just the ratio of nurses to patients, so the
She
amount
looks
of
like Christina
patients that a nurse
Applegate.
can care for. Now, the
Right? She looks like Christina Applegate, this broad. I love her.
CEO saying that they are nimble, but of course there's a
I'm
different
fucking
level
nimble.
difference in the level of care in a tent
I will care for you and attend to you, your every need. I'll lick every part of you.
versus a hospital building. And she says, big picture, this is what they have all been dreading. It's the very latest live here in Willowbrook. I'm Lauren Lister. I'll send it back to you.
Lauren Lister. Lauren Liquor. All right. She wanted me. You could tell, right? You all saw her. All right. So everybody's this is so fucked. What a fucking time. She could definitely stare at you while she's blowing you, Jay. It would be even weirder, though, is if she was blowing you and staring at me. What, is Jordan leaving too? Oh, no, Lizzie was just saying bye to you guys. Okay. Hey, what's up, Exotic? I'm out of weed, man. I have no more ganja. I have to go to the weed store tomorrow. Completely out. I got nothing. I smoked a bowl at the start. I have some. I have a THC infused beverage, but I'm saving that for tomorrow. Man, they're still out there. You guys weren't here. Lizzie was here earlier when I was talking, and all of a sudden, I thought there was a guy on my balcony with a flashlight, and I freaked the fuck out for like a second because I'm on the second floor, and I'm like, how the fuck is this guy on my balcony? Why is he flashing a light into my sliding glass door? I'm like, where's my fucking gun? You know, this is why my gun's always, within hand's reach, right? But it was really weird because all the lights are in my eyes here, and with the sliding glass door, what it is there's something wrong with the fucking electric wires, the fucking wires. And so it's a dude on one of those cherry picker things, and he's got like flashlights on his helmet. And when they're moving around, it looked like it was just created this really weird optical illusion That's why I was like, how is this guy on my balcony? At first, it looked like he was on my balcony. Then it looked like he was floating in midair. And then as I was able to figure it out, it's like, oh, it's a dude that works for the electric company fixing it's a line worker. And, but he was fucking right there, like, even with my eyes, only about 20 feet away. And I was like, what the fuck? You would have thought I was a cop? Yeah. Fine. They're still out there working, but it freaked me the fuck out. All right, what else do we get? I've seen people die. COVID-19 slams hospitals as many resist orders. The flight attendant. Do we want to know why the flight attendant is trending in California? Oh, it's a series? Okay. I didn't know that was a show. Discombobulated is trending for some reason. Fucking anyone who spits on relapse. Relapse. What is going on here? Okay. I clearly don't care. Bitcoin Meg. We talked Bitcoin earlier, but why is Bitcoin Meg? Hot Girl Meg. The next person that wants to hire me for a gig and doesn't want to pay my fucking rate and they want a discount, I'm going to say you can have a discount if you pay me in Bitcoin. I don't want to invest in Bitcoin, but I wouldn't mind having a little something in there. Especially, imagine if you only had $1,000 in Bitcoin now and it really goes to 300,000 like some people are saying. I mean, right now it's at over 22,000. I don't know what is going on here, though, with this. I don't know what Bitcoin Meg is about. I'm done, though. Joe Buck, Tuberville. Oh, this is the guy I was arguing with earlier. That's the guy that got upset that Tropicana made light of drinking. There's Bert Kreischer. All right. Let's see what's regular trending, not just for me. Raiders, Eminem, Bitcoin Meg again, Grey's Anatomy. What? I never watched Grey's Anatomy. People fucking love that show. Critical Role spoilers. John McCain's trending. Sony. Oh, wow. Sony removed Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store until further notice and is offering full refunds to customers who purchased it digitally following a week of issues regarding the game's performance on last-gen consoles. Wow. They've had this poor Cyberpunk game has been just a fucking nightmare from the start, huh? I heard it ran like shit on the Xbox, too. So I'm surprised that it's only saying on the PlayStation Store. I was all excited to try this game out. Let's see. This fucking guy. Let's see. The decision was undertaken following our discussion with purchased. Okay, newly posted refund related page. There's no mention of Xbox. I've heard it works like shit on the. Oh, here we go. Included a significant performance gap between the PC, PS4, Xbox One versions of the game. The latter of which were not shown running on base hardware pre-release. We're going to start by apologizing, more attention to making it play better on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So yeah, it doesn't work well on Xbox One either, apparently. Poor game. $10.99 via Bitcoin. Can I pay you in food stamps for a gig? Fuck, sure. I'll take food stamps. What the fuck do I care? I like food. I like the grocery store. All right. Fucking quiet night. Although a lot of you did get here late, it's kind of a fuck around night. I don't want to get political, but what do you guys think of abortion? That's very funny. I made a joke similar to that. I was doing a corporate event on Zoom. Pardon me, this couple of months ago, and I was like, all right, with everything going on right now, I think it'd be best to start off the show, talking about politics and COVID and I forget what else I named. I said, keep it real light. This is RX Gamble, famous AP Advantage player. All right, let's see what's going on here.
Vaccine. Now, they report that this person is. Well, there's a report from the New York Times that there's been a severe allergic reaction from a healthcare worker in Alaska after receiving the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. Now, they report that this person is in stable condition.
I believe it's Pfizer.
But the person had been hospitalized after this allergic event. They are citing.
Do you want my meat, lady?
3 people familiar with this event. I've reached out to.
You want to be familiar with my meat?
Pfizer for any comment and have.
It's Pfizer.
Not heard back yet, but we'll report back. Now, they're saying that it wasn't clear if the worker had a history of allergies.
You want to create a history of eating my meat?
But they said that the event appeared to be
my meat is an event for you. Want my meat?
Similar to the anaphylactic
meat
reactions that 2 healthcare workers in the UK had after receiving the.
Bro, you said she's kind of cute. You'd hit it 100%. I'm like, I've been locked up alone for almost a year now. I feel like I'm about to go, I'm ready to go gay for stay, like dudes in prison. It's like I'm straight, but I feel like I've been in prison. I'm ready to fuck a briefcase.
Vaccine last week. Now you see.
I'm ready to fuck my computer chair. Come here, you fuck. I'm gonna put a wig and a dress on my computer chair and attach a fucking fleshlight to it. Light some candles, put on some music, take some Molly, and fucking grind on my fucking tranny computer chair. Why don't you fly Miss B out? I have no money. I might drive out to Austin. Yeah, well, if I had a fucking nickel.
Pfizer moving down there.
Don't you think it's funnier if I say that my computer chair is transitioned and I do Molly and fuck it? Isn't that a funnier joke though?
This news, and guys, of course, this is something that the FDA and that.
Of course you want my meat and all the guys' meat. You love meat.
And health department.
Yes, meat.
Are monitoring as this vaccine gets rolled out because we knew that after those 2 healthcare workers had these reactions that.
They would want Zach's meat too. Everybody wants Zach's meat.
This could be something that happens. And so the CDC.
It's definitely something that's going to happen. You're going to have my meat.
CDC has recommended.
I don't know why I think it's so funny to say meat.
Recommended that anybody who's had an allergic reaction to a vaccine or an injectable drug.
That's usually from the latex in the condom. We'll just leave that off when you take my meat.
Before not get this vaccine, anybody with severe allergic reactions to anything else, food or drugs, should be monitored for 30 minutes after getting the vaccination. So, guys, this report just coming out. We'll bring you any more news.
Yeah, I got something just coming out. I'm talking about my meat.
That we get on it, but that's the news for now.
Oh, boy. News is a lot more fun when you just pretend that the newscaster wants your meat. Try it on your own when you're bored. Just any newscast. Doesn't matter who it is. I don't care if it's Brian Williams. Brian Williams wants my meat. Okay. Here, Richard Dawkins quote. Now, my own suspicion is that the universe is not only queerer than we suppose, but queerer than we can suppose. JBS Haldane. If you think you understand quantum mechanics, you don't understand quantum mechanics, widely attributed to Richard Feynman. Let's just retweet shit. People think we're smart if we retweet Richard Dawkins. Satellite photos show Iran building at its underground Fordo nuclear site amid tensions with the U.S. Great. How long before Biden gets us in a war with Iran? Okay, without the 4K. Gary and Dino. Gotta love Gary and Dino. Always gotta support them. Retweet. They don't ever do shit for me, but that's okay. I do stuff for them. The city that never sleeps is dead. Funny, we got Ann Coulter right below Gary and Dino. And Dino's got a big crush on Ann Coulter. Have you dated a vegetarian, Zach? If so, how was it? Have I ever dated a vegetarian? Huh. Let me think about that. I mean, I must have banged one at some point, but no, I've never had a girlfriend that was a vegetarian. That would be hard for me. I'd be making fun of her all the time, and one of my favorite things in the world is to go to nice dinners. And I don't, hey, let's go to this, $500 dinner so you can eat fucking tofu and kale. Come on, eat the goddamn filet. I can't. Yeah, I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I never dated. I don't think I could date a defense attorney. I don't think I could date any kind of attorney. I'm trying to think of like my deal breakers. Attorneys are not even human, so I don't think I could never date one of them. And a vegetarian. Those are probably the two worst people on the planet, right? Attorneys and vegetarians. Let's see. People still talking about cyberpunk. Trevor, it says, did Trevor move to fucking Texas? Thanks to Trevor Kevelo for the stage time. Texas comedy just elevated another level. Deep waters, motherfucker. At the Dojo ATX. Wow. I know Trevor. He's done my show. I've done his show. And he had the Dojo of Comedy along with Sam Tripoli out here at the Sycamore Tavern in West Hollywood. But I guess so many people I know have moved to Texas. I guess I've lost track. Fucking... He's a good dude, man. And he had... let's see here. The real hope. Oh, Jeff Scott. He's a friend of mine. How do I not follow Jeff? There you go, pal. Little follow. Jeff Scott's the piano player at Comedy Store. He's been there a million years. All right. What is this? Gavin Newsom. Here is the COVID-19 vaccine. What's worth the act? So Newsom has, let's see, Rogan. All right. 3 weeks ago, LA County decided to shut down outdoor dining. 2 county supervisors expressed concern. Okay. Yeah, low energy broads. You got that right. I had a dream that Todd Bridges wrote an autobiography called What Was I Talking About? That's pretty funny. I knew a girl that dated him. All right, let's see. Let's check out let's go back to Yahoo, see if there's anything worth talking about. God, Lori Lightfoot's an ugly broad. Woman who escaped sex cult speaks out. Alleged sex cult. governor. We did our own state stimulus. This actor defied the stay-at-home order. Crew quit Mission Impossible after Cruise's rant. Oh boy, look at this. All right, hold on. We got to do this, and we got to see what's going on with my boy Tom Cruise. The crew quit. 5 crew quit mission. What a fucking weird way. Just 5 crew members quit Mission Impossible after Tom Cruise's furious rant. This is by Sarah Carty. 5 crew members reportedly quit Mission Impossible 7. They're on 7? After another rant by Hollywood star Tom Cruise, according to The Sun. He went off again? Dude, Tom Cruise is the man. He hit the brakes. They flew right by. It comes after audio was leaked of the Hollywood star furiously shouting at crew on the British set of Mission Impossible 7 for breaking COVID-19 protocols. First outburst was big, but things haven't calmed since. Tension's been building for months, and this was the final straw. Since it became public, there's been more anger, and several staff have walked, a source said. The insider said Tom is upset, and the crew aren't taking him seriously. Well, you better take him seriously. He's like a Theta 7, motherfuckers. He will cast some Scientology witchcraft on you. You saw what happened to Goose. You think that was an accident? Him hitting the canopy like that? By the way, it does make sense when they pulled the ejection handle. Well, Goose had to pull the ejection handle because Maverick couldn't reach it. But he's a lot taller than Tom Cruise, so it makes sense that his head hit the canopy before Tom's. Yeah, the Christian Bale rant was a good one, too. That made him look like a real dick. 58-year-old actor, Hollywood actor, could be heard swearing at his coworkers, threatening to fire them because they were standing too close together. In a startling rant which was released by The Sun, if I see you do it again, I'm going to close that pop-up. You're fucking gone, Cruise can be heard saying in the audio. We are the gold standard. They're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every fucking studio at night. Insurance companies, producers. And they're looking at us and asking us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs, you motherfuckers. I don't ever want to see it again, ever. I don't know why I made Tom Cruise British. This seems funny. I think Christian Bale's rant was even better, and he came off like more of a dick because there was like no... Christian Bale was like just a dude walked like across the set the wrong way. What are you fucking doing walking across the set? The rant, which goes on for 3 minutes, continues with Cruise hammering his point home, saying you could tell it to the people who are losing their fucking homes because our industry's shut down. It's not going to put food on their table or pay for their college education. That's what I sleep with every night. The future of this fucking industry. Wow, I didn't know Tom Cruise was carrying the whole goddamn industry. So I'm sorry, I am beyond your apologies. I've told you, and now I want it. And if you don't do it, you're out. We're not shutting this fucking movie down. Is it understood? If I see it again, you're fucking gone. He then seems to talk directly to one member of the crew and says, you're going to cost him his job. Am I clear? Do you understand what I want? Do you understand the responsibility that I have? Because I will deal with your reason. And if you can't be reasonable and I can't deal with your logic, you're fired, Cruise continued. That's it. That is it. I trust you guys to be here. Yeah, everyone on the set makes $100,000 a year. I don't know, not all of them, but a lot of them probably do. He carried on saying, I care about you guys, but if you're not going to help me, you're gone. Cruise then seemed to point at a stick, saying, do you see that stick? How many meters is that? Come on, Tom, you're an American. You don't know what a meter is. When people are standing around a fucking computer and hanging around here, what are you doing? The incident was confirmed by Variety, who said Cruise grew frustrated with crew members for not social distancing. Listen to the full audio here. But I thought there was a second rant. So we didn't get the first rant on. I didn't hear the full thing. Let's listen to a little bit. I know you guys have heard it. I've heard some of it, but does it ever get old, really, to hear a fucking celebrity lose his shit, especially the greatest American hero ever?
We are the gold standard. You're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone with every studio at night.
He said fucking there.
Insurance companies.
Why are we still bleeping words?
Producers. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies.
And porn stars, too. And the movies they make, they're part of this industry, too. Everybody's counting on us.
We are creating thousands of jobs,
you motherfuckers.
I don't ever want to see it again.
What's he talking about, a vagina? I'm finally coming out of the closet. All I want is big, massive, uncircumcised, well-groomed penises around my face. If I see another fucking vagina, you're out of here. Ever! I don't ever... Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. What did I hit? I don't even know what that button does. It was supposed to be a pause button. It fucked up my video. Come on. Come back. Here we go. Fast forward a little bit.
We are the gold studio at night. Insurance companies. Producers.
Do you know how much it sucks to talk to insurance companies? Of course you do. You're on hold forever. Doesn't matter that I'm fucking Tom Cruise.
And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs, you
motherfuckers.
I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone. And anyone on this crew does it.
Wouldn't it have been great if these crew members were going to leave anyway? Wouldn't it have been awesome if one of them said, "Hey, Tom, why don't you go fuck yourself? I'm out of here."
That's it. And you too. And you.
That short little guy all up in the temper. He is a money-making whale. Fuck yeah. Yeah, he's wearing... Well, it's funny also, the yelling, exactly. You could tell he's wearing a mask because it's all muffled. So it makes it even funnier that he's screaming. At least the spit's not going everywhere.
You too. And you. Don't you ever do it again. That's it. No apologies. You can tell it to the people that are losing their homes because our industry is shut down. It's not going to put...
And what about the magicians and the comedians and the guys who only have 15 members of their fan club? How do you think they feel right now? Not good.
Food on their table. Okay?
One of them ordered Chinese food tonight.
For their college education.
And he has a college education and he's a magician, barely able to afford Chinese food. All because of you motherfuckers and your lack of social distancing.
That's what I sleep with every night.
Don't you have a wife or something? Why are you sleeping with... Dude, bang your chick. Is he married? He's married to John Travolta, right? Isn't that his husband? Or are they just partners? What are they?
The future of this industry.
I know he's a Theta 7, or maybe a Theta 9. I don't know.
So I'm sorry, I'm beyond your apologies.
I'm sorry, I'm beyond your apologies. He's apologizing because he is beyond willing to accept an apology. He's a little fucking loon.
I told you, and now I want it. And if you don't do it, you're out.
I don't think... Do I think he's really up half the night stressing? I don't think he ever sleeps. He's a goddamn Theta 9 or whatever. I think he just plugs in.
We are not shutting this movie down!
This is important business. We're a bunch of adults playing pretend.
Is it understood? If I see it again, you're gone.
He is definitely clear, Jordan.
And so are you. So you're going to cost him his job. And I see it on the set, you're gone. And you're gone. That's it. Am I clear?
You are clear.
Do you understand what I want? Do you understand the...
Yes, penis. And you've been denying it yourself. Everybody knows you want penis, and it's time to just go ahead and get yourself some penis.
responsibility that you
want my meat, Tom?
Have. Because I will deal with your reason. And if you can't be reasonable, and I can't deal with your logic, you're fired. That's it. That is it. I trust you guys.
Why does he have a walkie-talkie? He's an actor. He's not a fucking... Just act. Why are you playing with that? Unless that maybe his character has it? I don't know. It looks like he's doing movie set stuff. Like he's doing the AD's job or something.
To be here. That's it.
At least 100 million.
That's it, guys.
He's making 100 million, and I've got 15 members to the Zach Waldman fan club. If you want to be number 16, go to zachwaldman.com/fans.
That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm doing here. I'm talking Universal, Paramount, Warner Brothers.
I've heard of them. Universal, Paramount, Warner. I know them all.
Movies are going because of us. We shut down, it's going to cost people.
Did you hear him and the director are going to fucking space to film parts of this movie, dude? I did hear something about that, actually. Is that true?
Jobs. They're home, they're down. That's what's happening. All the way down the line.
Boy, he sure is making the same point over and over and over again, isn't he?
I care about you guys.
What's he doing there? Showing how big his weenie is? This is how big my weenie is.
If you're not going to help me, you're gone. Okay? So you see that stick? How many meters is that?
You don't know. You're an American. You don't know what a meter is, Tom. He may be doing a spacewalk allegedly. Well, he is the greatest goddamn American hero, either him or Kevin Bacon. So I'm not surprised he's doing a spacewalk.
When people are standing around a computer and hanging out around here, what are you doing?
Fucking good times, good times. All right. So now, remember I told you how long ago, guys, 2 weeks ago, I said that we keep getting locked down and then we get more lockdown. It's like a double dog lockdown. Here it is again. I don't know how much further we could be locked down. I don't understand this. New restrictions and closures being considered as LA becomes ground zero of the COVID-19 pandemic. I got to get the fuck out of here. It's now LA is now the epicenter of the pandemic. Most infected county of the most infected state in the most infected country in the world. Great. I got to get out of here. I'm going to Vegas, Jay. I'm going to fucking, maybe I'm really thinking about just getting in my car and taking a drive, and I'll just sleep in my fucking car. I might not even go to Vegas. I just might drive randomly. I'm losing my goddamn mind over here. In the pandemic spring wave, New York held that distinction. It still is the state to have set the largest single daily number of deaths. Oh, we'll get you, New York. West Coast, the best coast. Given the tally of daily cases and hospitalizations continue to skyrocket in LA, the fact that the ICU unit availability was zero in SoCal, LA is unfortunately catching up. You work at a retirement home, got to wear a damn mask every day. Well, I'm doing a show tomorrow for a drug and alcohol detox, and no one wears a fucking mask. They're all tested and shit. On Thursday, another 14,418 COVID infections were confirmed in LA County. New cases lifted. Okay, so what further lockdowns? Yeah, that's got to be fucking rough wearing that shit all day long. Yeah, it's. I have all kinds of friends who are still working, and one of my buddies, he told me he wears like an M95 mask underneath a cloth mask, uh, all behind a shield, and he's like that for fucking like 12 hours a day. He works in the industry. So we're now seeing more daily cases than entire countries, including one-time hotspots like Spain, Mexico, Poland, and Portugal. Spain. Garcetti said that the 7-day positivity rate, alarming 19.6%. Some of our sites have a positivity rate as high as 30%. For LA County, the 7-day rate was 13.7. Okay, so what I want to hear about the lockdowns. I want to hear how you're going to lock us down more. All right. If LA continues its upward trend of COVID, hospitalizations through Christmas, the medical facilities will go under, meaning they won't be able to adequately service Rona patients or patients of other ailments. Well, why don't you pull up the hospital cruise ship again? System-wide crisis may be declared. County-wide emergency order could be issued if hospitals remain inundated with patients. Can convert non-ICU spaces into ICU spaces. Other hospitals can't. Stricter measures on businesses and order other closures to make sure we don't have to have these harrowing visions of doctors sending. If the current trends continue for the next 3 to 5 weeks, the county's health system will have nothing left. So again, it didn't get specific. I don't know what further lockdowns you can have. We're already under stay-at-home orders. Should I stay in my bedroom? Like, all right, new lockdown protocol. Not only do you have to stay at home, you have to stay in your bedrooms. Bring a bucket, pee and shit in the bucket. Yeah, you can walk your dog to the store. I don't know what else. Are you out here too, Exotic Gamer? Are you in LA? Because that's about it. That's about all you could do is take a walk before people fucking lose their minds. The line guys are still out there. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. This was kind of just oh, you're in Santa Barbara? Gotcha. This was just kind of a fuck around night. Wow, look at her. This is the girl that escaped the sex cult. Wow. I can see why they wanted you. You want to join a new sex cult where I give you my meat? So, last night I had like a fucking existential crisis with regard to this YouTube channel and what I'm doing. So, I don't know. I'm still struggling a little bit, but I don't feel as bad now as I did last night. Last night I was like, I think everything I'm doing is in the wrong. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. But I did beat a friend of mine at chess whom I've never beaten. I have a few friends I play on chess with friends, but I got this one friend, Endgame Ernie. He's a guy I know from Busby's, and I'd never beaten him, and I finally did. Finally checkmated this motherfucker. I'm sure I could have checkmated him sooner than I did because I was just demolishing him. I almost didn't even checkmate him when I could. I was like having so much fun taking all of his pieces. And it was the first time I ever beat him, but I was like, don't fuck around. Just mate this guy and fucking take the win. So I how did I get on that? On the chess thing? I don't know. I have no idea why I brought that up. But yeah, so I should be around tomorrow. I've got the gig early, the drug and alcohol detox. That's early in the afternoon. So I should see you guys tomorrow night, like usual, for a live cast. And yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a few things with regard to the show. I am gaining subscribers. It is working. The editing out the segments and uploading them optimized is working. I'm getting new subscribers every day. Today, though, the video was like fucking a half an hour. I'm like, Jesus, this is long. So I don't know how that one's going to do. And then whatchamacallit? I don't remember. I was just saying it's going in the right direction. Let's see what this is real quick. Mother shocked by young daughter's request after watching Mulan. My reaction was guilt. This is written by Justin Chan. A Chinese-Canadian mother was taken aback by her daughter's tears after the two watched the live-action film Mulan together. Mulan. On December 10th, Lian Lee, a mother of two who lives in Ontario, shared a TikTok in which she caresses her 5-year-old daughter Michaela after the two watched the film. The clip, which has been watched more than 10 million times, shows Michaela begging her mother for Chinese lessons. 1 hour after watching Mulan with my daughter, I really want to speak Chinese. So, who gives a fuck? Why are you sad? Lee asked. Oh, because I really want to learn Chinese, Michaela sobs. Why can't I? So, you feel guilty? When Lee presses her daughter as to why she wants to learn a second language. See you later, exotic gamer. Thank you, my friend, for stopping by. When Lee presses her daughter as to why she wants to learn a second language, the young girl gives a thoughtful but straightforward answer. Oh, because I am Chinese. Oh, and why am I Chinese? If I don't know how to learn Chinese, if Popo and Gong Gong speak Chinese and we don't know how to speak Chinese, I really want to speak Chinese because it's fun. I want to speak Chinese like Popo and Gong Gong. Oh my God. She's so smart for realizing the importance of her culture so young, one user wrote. I wish I had more media that represented mine, so I was like this too. Her mother should have said, we're Canadians. We were born in, you were born in Canada. That's why you don't speak Chinese. China's a fucking hellhole. We're all thrilled to get out of that communist wasteland of dog shit. By the way, daughter, they have concentration camps there. Fuck China. Fuck Chinese. And, trust me, Popo and Gong Gong wish they were never fucking born there. That's what her mother should have said. Oh, so difficult. Struggling with cultural identity. Anyway, she grew up in a Cantonese-speaking household, Lee did, but would often reply to her parents in English. She thought, though she did speak Cantonese from time to time and even learned Mandarin during the weekend, she chose to speak English. Yeah, because we used to live in a country that people wanted to move here to become Americans, to live and try to achieve the American dream. They didn't come here going, hey, let's make America just like the dump I escaped. Growing up with mostly Caucasian friends, I noticed that I was different right away, from having black hair, to my middle and last name, to all my Barbies having blue eyes, and to even having to go to Chinese school on Saturdays, and missing out on morning cartoons. I embarrassingly resented being Chinese, and desperately wanted to fit in with my Caucasian friends. That's a normal reaction. You shouldn't feel guilty for that. All right. Then she got to college and then blah, blah, blah. Sad, sad, sad. Blah, blah, blah. Race, race, race. Sad, sad, sad. Everybody's so sad. Everybody's so upset. Everybody's so angry. Race, race, race. Everybody's tranny. Everybody's gay. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, look at this. Look how great Canada is. Canadian health regulators say people are growing too much pot at home. Guess there's a limit to how much you're supposed to grow at home, and now they care. COVID-19 models plot dire scenarios for California hospitals. We just did this. But you guys want to see the models that show how fucked we are? Let's see the models. The models posted online predict hospitals. The model for the increase in deaths is not blobdity blah and blobdity blah and more blobdity blah. Everything's doom. There it is, guys. There's the news for you. You want to know the news every day? I can do it for you. Everybody's gay or tranny. And if you're not, you're homophobic. Everybody's racist. And if you don't admit you're a racist, well, you're definitely a racist. Everything is awful. There's no hope. Even with the vaccine, you're not going to get your rights back. You're still going to have to wear a mask. Nothing's going to change. They're going to tell you you can't work and then not give you any money, as opposed to other countries that shut down and gave their citizens money. You're fucked. Your government doesn't care about you. There's only one party. It's only an illusion that there are two parties. It's also an illusion that you have any say in what goes on. The media is all complicit and lying. They are a mouthpiece for the military-industrial complex, intelligence agencies, and politicians, drug companies, etc., etc. What else can I tell you? This is pretty much all you need to know about every day of 2020. It's pretty much everything that's going on. So you better get to being gay soon if you want to be strong and brave. And you better talk about how weird 2020 is. Isn't this a weird year, guys? What a crazy year. And you better, keep talking about how you can't wait for 2021 because everything's going to be magically better on January 1st. And I am so fuckedville. It's unbelievable, but I'm doing a good job of staying present. One of the only times I'm not present, I try to sometimes be present while I'm doing the show, but this is one of the few times where I kind of give up on being present and instead just wallow in everything because it's entertaining, for entertainment purposes. Otherwise, if I just stayed present now, I'd be like, hey, everybody, just be in the now. What's going on right now? What should I talk about? I don't know. We're in the moment, so. All right. But I appreciate you guys. I do. This was a fucking weird cast tonight, but a bigger audience than I had last night. Told you some stories, covered some stories, had a few laughs, a little bit of a mishmash of shit. I appreciate all of you very much and your support. Please hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell, choose all so you know when I upload things and go live. Please donated to redo my stinger. Oh, did you? Did I? You didn't need to do that, but you haven't. Did you email me or tell me what you wanted? I didn't even realize I had a donation here. Oh, look at that. Thank you so much for the donation here. Let's see what do we get? What kind of donation we get here? See if it's a good one. Oh shit, that's a real good donation. Fucking thank you. Jordan sent me $40. And after PayPal fees, I get $3.99. So that's awesome. Much love, faggot. That's awesome. Thanks, Jordan. So I don't see anything in here that says, so you got to tell me what you want in your news zinger stinger. But thanks for the dono, as people say. I was kidding about the fees. No, Jordan, I was totally making a joke about the PayPal fees. But yeah, it is. Okay, so you tell me. No, I get it. Their fee is like 4% or something like that. Let me know what you want on your zinger stinger, and I'll update it. But thank you very much for the donation. I really appreciate that. I really do. And if you go to ZachWaldman.com/fans, even if you don't join the fan club, what you're going to find is there's a lot of free things you can do there to support me and to support the channel and help it grow. Jordan, what do you think of my idea of the fan club instead of it being bar bets and magic tricks? What do you think of the fan club being just about the Zach lifestyle? So videos and vlogs about stuff I'm into. So like maybe one day I do a video with a pipe expert or a cigar expert or a wine expert or maybe I interview a fellow poker player. Maybe I have a magician on. Just Zach Waldman lifestyle. You like that idea? All right. It's just not, none of this is targeted. You know what I mean? I think you might get more views that way. Well, I'm talking about just for the fan club. See, for the actual YouTube channel, when I'm live, I can talk about all those various things. But I don't want to niche my YouTube channel to be all about like one thing, like poker, for instance. But for marketing purposes, I really should like have a niche and I should have like a specialty thing, which is why I was going to specialize in goofing on social justice warriors, because every day there's a million stories about these woke assholes. And I can optimize those stories with SEO to get views. Oh, you're saying more views or traffic on my site. Yeah, see, I feel like people are joining. This is what I said. I don't know if you were here when I said it, but I was saying that the people who have joined the Zach Waldman fan club, you're my heroes. But I'm pretty sure that everybody who's joined it has done it just because they want to support me, not because they want to learn magic tricks or bar bets. So I feel like if I put a bunch of different fun shit in there, that people might log in. If I go, hey, I just added a metal detecting video, and you could, I just did a vlog metal detecting, check out the video, see what I came up with. Or I just did a vlog about going to the pipe shop to pick out a pipe, which I'm not going to be doing that because I don't have any money to buy a pipe. I'm going to stick with my corn cob. I broke the rules earlier, Jordan, by the way. I didn't do an official pipe cast, but I did smoke the pipe a little bit, even though I didn't have another member. But the pipe cast I did add to the members area. The real pipe cast is added to the fan club. So yeah, I'm thinking, like magazine style, Jordan. Just put stuff in the fan club that I'm personally interested in, then maybe one of them will catch on. Like maybe all of a sudden, like, wow, who knew so many people wanted to learn more about fill in the blank? I don't know. I'm just trying to add as much value to the fan club as I can, but I'm realizing people are signing up to support me, not because they have any interest in what's in there. There's plenty of things I could give of value too. For instance, people pay me a lot of money. Hey, what's up, JB? I'm just about to end the show. But people pay me a lot of money, or they did in the past, for consulting fees, specifically when it comes to marketing. And cool LA stories. God, I got fucking stories for days. All right, I'm going to figure it out. But to actually grow the channel, you can go on site the famous spots of these stories. Go on site. Oh, so you like that, huh? You would like it if I vlogged or something? Like, and actually went to the places? All right, I got to figure it out. I think for the main channel, though, instead of all my videos goofing on SJWs, I think I'm going to do what I was doing, which is I'm just going to pick, 3 to 5 stories and that are trending, do those stories, make them more concise, edit them out, put them on YouTube, because those videos are getting views and they are getting me subs. So I'll do that to grow the channel, but I'll also do all of this other lifestyle shit in the fan club. The Black Dahlia. Oh, so you mean famous shit. I see what you mean. I thought you meant cool stories about shit that happened to me. Like, all right, here we are at the Roosevelt Hotel, and this is where, whatever happened. But I see what you're saying. So you'd rather you want real LA shit. Like, for instance, a place that I've been wanting to go and take a picture in front of. It's all in fucking It's part of what do you call it? Skid Row. But downtown, I wanted to go to the place where the pictures were taken for Morrison Hotel. The album cover and the back. The front of it was the Morrison Hotel. The back was the Hard Rock Cafe, which ended up being, that they got permission, but that's where the Hard Rock Cafe, the name of that place, came from the Doors album, where they took a photo in a place that was called the Hard Rock Cafe. So I hear what you're saying, Jordan. Well, I'm talking about for the fan club. I don't fucking know. Fucked if I know. See, here's the thing, Jordan. What I was thinking originally for the fan club, I mean, when I say originally, I mean last night when I was having an existential crisis about how the fuck I'm going to ever make a living off of this. Because if it was just about making money, I wouldn't have done the Zach Waldman fan club. I would have put up a completely different website and just focused specifically on internet marketing, And I just wouldn't be doing any of this. But that's not fun. I don't want to do that. I want to talk shit. So the idea I had last night was, what if I just did hustler lifestyle? Because really, that's what I am. I'm a fucking full-time hustler. And I thought, hey, that could be kind of cool. Like, here's me hustling, getting gigs. Here's me hustling, gambling. Here's me hustling. There's a lot of versions of hustling. When I say I'm a hustler, there's a lot of ways to interpret that, literally and also hardworking. But I was thinking, like, all right, let's take people on a trip to show them what it's like to, when I'm playing poker, and do a thing about that. But so, like, hustler lifestyle, like all about making money, on the road, like when you're back against the wall, when you're like this, but the problem is all of my hustles have been taken away except for this. This is the only hustle I know, is making videos and monetizing it with affiliate links and donations in the fan club. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm kind of brainstorming out loud. That's what I was doing at the beginning of the show too. So I've gone full circle, and just brainstorming, trying to figure it out, hoping to make you early adopters proud when I'm getting like, when I have like 1 million subs and my videos are getting hundreds of thousands of views. It'd be kind of cool for you to be like, oh, I watched this motherfucker try to figure it out, and he finally did. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what's keeping me going, your support. So thank you, everybody, for your support. And one more time, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. There's the link again to the Zach Waldman fan club, ZachWaldman.com/fans. I will be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to play you out with a little Reverend Carl, as I always do at the end of the show. And of course, I mean it when I say it. I love each and every one of you more than chocolate cake. See you tomorrow.
It's 2 a.m., 14 below, it's closed. My work is done, but I'm feeling low, and I wanna play the night away, the night away. I can't stand to be alone. I gotta bring over some people to fill up my empty home. Yes, I do. Yes, I do now. I'm having a party, having a party, having a party. I'm having a party, people. And a party, people. Well, well, well. Put out the word to the chosen few. I got the SMC, my friends. Bring your choice of brews, your choice of brews. The buzz is on and the mood is set. The candles burn as the turntables turn by the TV set. Yes, they do. Yes, they do now. Having a party, having a party, having a party, having a Mr. Man is feeling smooth, while in the mirror he's busting moves till he finds his groove, till he finds his groove. Johnny Poet is feeling numb. He's gonna drink until the sunlight comes out to play. He's always running away. Where are your shoes today now? Having a party, having a party, having a party. We having a party, people. Party people. And everybody's getting down now. Party people, having a party. Having a party. We having a party, people. And a party people. Texas having plenty of fun. He's been drinking them 21s like they're going out of style. A jungleberry is scabbing tails. He'll smoke all the weed you have if you let him away with it. Let him away with it. Let him away with it. Away with it. Away with it now. Having a party. Having a party. Having a party. We having a party, people. And a party, people. And everybody's getting down now. Party people. Having a party. Having a party. We having a party, people. A party, people. Well. Reggie Love is dressed in plain. He'd like to bop the night away, cause he's come a long way from that Ventura County girly girl by the telephone. She's been waiting on a man to call so she can share her love, share her